exposed wires
And we're
that look
live.
very dangerous.
Here we go. Wait. I think now we're live. The first
Were we
time
not before?
it was a fake out. It was only OBS that was live. I didn't hit live on YouTube yet. Because, when you
Oh,
schedule a stream, you have to hit live like 15 seconds after you go live on OBS.
oh, I don't know. I don't remember, honestly. I can't
Yeah.
think. I thought I've always done it from OBS, but I don't know.
Yeah. Like the scheduled
I like
streams
the
are always
shadow.
weird. Changes depending on how your head looks.
Like if I'm angry. Oh, that looks pretty sweet. I want to get that tattoo. That looks pretty cool. Look, right.
Tattoo. Ooh, wait. Keep talking. I need some audio
Hey
coming
guys,
from you.
welcome to the
Ooh.
podcast. I think we're live. This is the Grif and Go podcast, misspelled because Grif or Go refuses to fix it. That
Wait,
is what it is.
what?
All nice and easy.
It's
Flip of the curl.
it's
Sugar Ray
it's
ride.
fixed. There's one F.
Is it?
What do you
I
mean?
I hopped on last week to say hi, and I saw it was misspelled, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna say hi. I'm not gonna say it.
I think I mixed it up, but I fixed it today. I think on almost
Okay.
everywhere. I was trying, like when I was
I'm
resetting
just
things up
teasing you,
from
man.
last week. I was making sure to make sure it only had one F. I'm
I
sorry.
appreciate that. I appreciate you putting the effort in.
All right, I
Uh,
forgot to get your thingies up here. Yeah, was there any more intro you wanted to get out there? I don't.
welcome to our podcast. This is
Yeah,
number seven.
7. Yes.
Seven. Today we're gonna be talking about what happened in Nax Ulduar stuff, which I think is cool. And if you guys haven't watched those other podcasts, you definitely should. We'll be talking about that today, so hopefully you won't have to watch it too much because we'll kind of cover it. Bad news for ferals. Sorry.
Ooh, bad news.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit.
Dang.
Anyway, I am not streaming today on my podcast, or sorry, on my channel because if you guys can't tell, I'm in a new location and the internet is so spotty that I didn't want to put that on me to upload while also streaming video with Go. So Go is being nice and doing all the work for me. Yeah. So I will upload this to my channel when we're finished. But I forgot to record. So
Me too. Yeah. As soon as you said that, I was like, "Oh, there's a record
I'm just gonna
button.
I'm
I
just
should
gonna
hit
rip
it."
it off of yours. I'm gonna rip it off of yours and then just copy it over. That's what I'll do.
All right. Well, I just started mine going now, so
Perfect. And welcome to
yeah.
the Griff and Go podcast. Uh, so hosting. Oh, did I freezing? Are you messing with me? I can't.
No, I'm not messing with you. You're. It got a little glitchy there as soon as you started going.
Uh, yeah,
It's gonna be a constant thing, but
it's
we're,
gonna be rough, guys.
we're gonna roll with it.
But yeah. So anyway, do you want to talk about what happened while I was gone? Because I missed last week. I'm
Yeah,
kind of curious, like how how everything go. What'd you guys talk about? What are the Give me the cliff notes
the
on it.
TLDR, right?
TLDR, perfect.
Yeah. I had like you had your first guest on the previous week, Table Slam, and then I had my
Yeah,
first guest.
good guy.
Yeah, my first guest was Last Cares, and he is the I don't know what like the title is. Like he takes care of the balanced druid portion of Wowhead Classic for Wrath of the Lich King. So he's also very prominent on like the balanced druid Discord. So he's always active in there, like answering people's questions if they have any questions about anything. He's a big time user of the sim, which is huge. So he's always theory crafting. Hopefully that jet noise isn't coming through. But yeah, he's always theory crafting like bis lists and rotations and glyphs and talents, like swapping everything around and stuff. So yeah, we dove into phase 2 gearing, like what's to be expected to be shown on the Wowhead guide. There's a couple different sets. There's going to be like a two-piece set, like a two-piece tier 8 set, a four-piece tier 8 set, and then there's going to be like a new pre-raid set, which I didn't even think about. Since the 10-man loot goes
Yeah.
to the Heroic Plus dungeons, then technically you don't need to raid to get the old 10-man loot. So I was like, that's pretty neat.
Would pre-raid just be Nax Bis or next? I guess it'd still be next 10-man Bis.
Yeah. That,
That's
and
interesting.
I think they're also doing like the BOEs from Ulduar as well, like the patterns. So there's like
Oh, right,
belts
right,
and
right. So
boots.
there is like a niche.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's interesting.
And contest
Yeah, I
gear.
I I think the tier sets are for ferals are interesting too because I talked about how I think the four one's like only okay, but the two one's really good.
Ooh,
But like simming is starting to show that like the two one's not even that big of a deal. Like it's an upgrade. It's it's considered BIS, but like barely.
all right, don't hate
So
me. Hold on. I had it set to private the whole time.
do you
I
want to
was I
just
was not
do you,
expecting
do
to
you
do
want to
this tonight.
stop it?
I
Do you want to
apologize.
stop it and start all over?
I switched it to public, so we
Would
can
you?
go
Yeah,
from now. Right now, this is
but
it.
right, but people are gonna view
Intro
it. They're gonna see
number
the first 20
3.
minutes or whatever.
Oh,
Okay,
the VOD might show everything.
it's going to
Well, I'll shut off the VOD anyways.
bonus content for anyone that
Yeah,
watched the first 20 minutes somehow
for
after the stream was over.
members only
Yeah,
section
it's a
right there.
members only for the first 20 minutes. Welcome again to the You know what? I should have told you that because I was actually on your channel looking for it, and I was like, "Oh, it's not here." But you were talking, so I got distracted and just didn't say anything. Anyway, welcome to Grif and Go podcast. This is number 8.
7.
I'm Griff 7. That's what I said. 7. I'm Griff. That's Go. I don't know which order it's in. But we are two druids that do things that talk about druid stuff. And today we're gonna be talking mostly about Ulduar, but we're also gonna be talking about like what happened last week and why I'm in a new location and why location. We swap spots. I don't know if you know that this is actually Go's old house and he's in my uh old house, and so he's gonna have the echo problem now, and I'm gonna have my girlfriend talking. What? No, no, just I was talking. I'm on a podcast. I'm no. Well, I mean, if you're going, yeah, just give me the number 3.
With no
Coke.
tomato. No tomato.
No tomato. No, no tomato.
Yeah.
I took that way too long. Anyway, but yeah, we both moved this week, so we're kind of scrambling. Go is streaming this week because I don't have the internet capacity right now to handle it. You're gonna hear me get cut off a lot because it's like I'm in a third world country, yet I'm not. I'm in the United States of America. But yeah, my internet's gonna suck. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the third row I've done today.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
You got it down now, man.
and Go. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, dude, welcome back. I really missed you last week. It just didn't feel the same. I was still
Yeah.
talking with somebody. I had Last Cares on.
Hmm.
He's a balanced druid. I want to give him like a special title, but like connoisseur, it doesn't. But it's probably not the right title. But
What do you mean by it then? So maybe we'll come
uh
up with one.
he's very helpful, but mainly like behind the scenes, if that makes sense.
Is he like Nerd Egghead?
Maybe
I don't know if you know who he is. Okay.
I've heard the name, but yeah.
Yeah, he's like he does all the math. He's the guy that does all the math for everybody.
Oh, he does a little math, but yeah, he mostly focuses on like simming and looking up phase 2 or any phase, whatever phase we're in. He's looking up like Bislis and
Is he
rotations,
looking them up or creating them?
creating, yeah, both, and like looking for um like support from other people from like the Balancer Discord and stuff to submit gear sets that they've used to like try to match up what settings everybody's using on the sims to make sure everybody's on the same page, like simming the same way with the same everything, like rotation, talents, glyphs. So yeah, he was going over some like possible changes and stuff for phase 2, what to expect on the Wowhead guide, which there was a couple different sets I think they're gonna have. They're gonna have a 2-piece tier 8 set, a 4-piece tier 8 set, and then a pre-raid this set, which will include the old Nax 10-man gear that's moving to the Heroic Plus dungeons, and also I think the crafted gear that the patterns drop from Ulduar. I think that'll be included in the pre-raid stuff. And that whole guide, I guess every guide for phase 2 on Wowhead should be finished before the end of the year, so like December 30th, something like that should be when everything goes live. So yeah, it was cool to have him on.
Wowhead? Is he the Wowhead guide guy?
Yeah, he took over that role recently, like 2 months ago, maybe. So there was a spreadsheet on the Balance Druid Discord in the pens, a Google Doc and it's now gone. A lot of people ask like, where's the doc at? Well, now all that information has just been transferred over to Wowhead because he created that doc. Now he's the Wowhead writer, so he,
It's redundant, right?
yeah, he pulled
That makes
all the
sense.
information over there.
Gotcha. Cool, cool. Sounds like at least you had fun. Like you learned some stuff.
Yeah, it
We've
was
had oh go ahead.
it was a short, like the shortest episode we've had because you and I we can just sit here and talk for 4 or 5, 6 hours, and
Yeah.
so
I can't even
it was
bring up
short and
the V
sweet.
word without extending the podcast by another 30 minutes, so I'm not gonna even say that word. But yeah, yeah, I know how it is. Like when, yeah, especially if when you're with someone who's like very analytical, which it sounds like they are.
Mhm.
They're like to the point. Here's what
Yeah.
we want to talk about. This is it, and I do appreciate that person, like that type of person. But it is nice to just kind of like BS a bit. Oh, we're on your channel. Bullshit. All. There we go.
Shoot the shit. Yeah.
I don't know. I like swearing on my channel. It's not like it's restricted in any way. But yeah, so as far as that goes, I did kind of want to ask you, did you get into Ulduar? We'll talk about it in full like later, but like the BTR came out. I have a story, but I didn't get to play.
Oh,
But did
oh.
you get to do any Ulduar?
I did the first 5 bosses. I think we did because it was one
Oh,
of
that's pretty
those.
good.
Yeah, it was one of those things where we had to sign up on our excuse me, sign up on our guild Discord, and I think we only had like somewhere between like 11 and 14 signups, and I think we ended up getting more people, but our it was scheduled for our normal raid window, which is like 9 till midnight, and 9 o'clock came down, people copied their tune over to the PTR, expecting to just be able to log in and go into the raid.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's definitely not how it works. So
Ooh.
it took about 45 minutes, 50 minutes for everybody to get their tune set up, like their keybinds, their macros, all that, like add-ons in there. So
Add-ons.
yeah.
Yeah. I've done it enough times on the PTR. I think I can copy over a character in under 5 minutes. And like that's like incredibly fast because if I don't use like all the little tools and tricks I've set up, it takes like 35, 40 minutes, even if you know exactly what you're doing. You're only playing one class. I had actually very similar experience. We had a sign up. We didn't have enough people, so we actually partnered with another guild on our server, and we were able to, I think, get 25. So we're supposed to start, I think, at 8:30. So I logged on at 8:30 on the PTR, and there was like 4 of us. And they're like, okay, they're running behind. And like, so I checked the thing. I saw they changed it to 9. I was like, okay, whatever, 9 o'clock. So 9 rolls around, and I see it's been changed to 9:30. When I think it was like
There we go.
10:15 when I was like, okay, I'm gonna go chill out. I decided to go sit down on the couch. I had been doing stuff all day, prepping to move, so I was like, "Ugh, come on. So I just fell asleep. The only day I was supposed to getting the chance to, because I was moving the whole next couple days. So very disappointed that I didn't get to do a single PTR day. Because like I usually like I live on the PTR. The PTR is so fun to me. And it's so disappointing that I missed that whole week of Ulduar.
Yeah.
Literally, I've been like living vicariously through like all these other streamers that are, putting out all these like, oh man, Ulduar is so easy, and then like real streamers being like, no, it's not.
Yeah,
But
hard
yeah,
modes are gonna slap.
yeah. I know I remember I was on the PTR, like I was waiting and I was just reading all like like chat, and people were like, oh my god, Ulduar is so easy. They need to pump this, make it harder, make it harder. And I was like, the PTR opened, I think like an hour ago. How far have they made it that they're like, oh, so easy, so easy? Because I'm pretty sure XT was broken. So I don't even know how far they could have gotten, but whatever. Anyway, people were it's not easy. I'll tell you right now. I've watched a ton of streams, a tons of videos. When I was traveling, I watched a bunch of people like just failing. It's not going to be an easy instance. I think 10 man is going to be actually more fun.
Hmm.
Um, sorry, I think 10 man Ulduar is going to be more fun than Nax 10 because 10 man Ulduar will still be legit hard, but the gear will be worth it in my opinion. But yeah, I don't want to talk about Ulduar right now because we have that whole thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But speaking of rating, how'd you do this week?
I'm trying to think. Saturday we had it was my Ald's GDKP, and I don't know what it is, but I turn,
Don't tell me.
I
Don't
turn.
tell me you got more loot.
No, no, but my
Okay.
brain just shuts off as soon as an item pops up that I'm interested in. It's just like, you need this piece, bid. It doesn't matter. It's an upgrade. Doesn't matter how big the upgrade is. You're winning this piece. And I spent 4K. What? No, it wasn't four. It was like 3,000 something gold on some piece, and like it wasn't even that big of an upgrade. And I was like, why did I just spend all that gold? But yeah, I bought two pieces. I couldn't even tell you what two pieces they were, but the payout was like the smallest payout it's been. It was only like 4,200, I think. So kind of low on the gold
Much
payout.
how much was the payload? Or how much was the payout? Payload.
Like 4,200. So it was I like broke
You
even.
broke even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made maybe like 128 gold or something like that. So
That's still not bad. I mean, like you didn't negative.
yeah,
So like,
yeah.
yeah. And it's
And
for an alt. Man, it's hard to spend gold on an alt.
yeah, but
Like I used to run ZG ZA. I used to run ZA, and I would legit never buy anything because I'm like, I don't want to spend gold. And the only time I'd ever buy stuff if legit nobody wanted it and I could get it at like the min bid, that
mhm.
was it. That'd be the only time I'd ever buy it because it's your alt. It's so I mean, it's a little different for you because your alt is also kind of like a clone of your main.
It is
So,
pumping, yeah. Other than like the professions. But like the
yeah.
highlight of the GDKP was we got immortal. So my
Oh,
alt now has the immortal title and my main does not. So
that
like
sucks.
dude, it's hard for me to justify keeping my main as my main and not swapping the two because I've got some sick gear on my alt and I got some
Where
sick
where are you
achievements.
at like item level wise? Like how close are they?
Ooh, they're pretty close. They're within like one or two item levels at this point. Like it's
Just
close.
switch, man. Just,
I would have
just
to
keep swapping
change.
them. It doesn't change anything, does it?
I'd have to change professions, and that would suck.
Oh, wait, do you have to change professions?
I would want engineering on my main. Yeah. So
Oh, you don't have. What do you have on your alt?
it's
Farming.
mining herbalism. Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's what's
That's what
holding me
my main
back.
alt is. Yeah, that does suck. And engineering's so good too.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it's hard to like. But at the same time, like if he's that geared, how often are you farming anymore?
Uh,
I mean,
I
I don't farm at
farm.
all anymore.
I
That's my
farm.
fault. I
I
don't have
farm
time.
herbs for a couple hours a week. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but you could get another boomy,
Oh
like
yeah.
get a third
I'm
one.
dude.
Yeah.
I've got a 63 right now that I'm working on.
I was half kidding, but I knew you. I knew you would.
It's gonna be my enchanter, so I could do enchanting. Well, it's an herb alch right now, so I could just drop alchemy, keep herbalism, get
Yeah,
enchanting, and I'm good to go. Yeah,
for sure, for sure. It wouldn't be that bad.
yeah.
So do you want to hear about my week? I got to raid this week and last week. Yeah, I was able to. I I literally in the middle of packing, I packed up everything except for my computer, and like so everything's in boxes except my computer system, just so I could raid before I left. So I raided on Tuesday, and then I raided yesterday. Last Tuesday, um, I got Immortal,
Oh, nice.
and this Tuesday I got the Drake because I now have what's it called? It's like something of
Glory.
Glory of the Raider at 25. I have both
Hmm.
now. I have Glory of both 25 and 10 Raider, which is cool. I think we've got like 6 people in our raid, which just seems low because we run with the same people every week. If I have it, everyone should have it, but I guess that's not the case. There's some that like the EOE one where melee have a more likely chance to get it because they go up in
Yeah,
the thing. And like this week we actually we let like the healers all go up and it took forever. But
yeah, yeah.
they got the achievement. I think most of them got the achievement. And then the Obsidian Sanctum one where you can't get hit by a meteor or
That one's
volcanic ash
rough.
or what it
Yeah.
was.
Hmm.
Yeah, especially for casters apparently, because like all the melee had it already done and the casters didn't. So we actually did like the die thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know about this, but like we would run in and we did 2 Drake because we could have done it probably 3 Drake, but it would have taken like 7 minutes with 5 people killing themselves. But we run in as soon as we run in, the 5 people who are not wearing any gear stand next to the tank and get fire breathed on them, and they insta die. And then they just stay dead the whole fight, and it gives them the achievement, which I think is kind of broken. I got it the right way. I just
Oh,
avoid I avoided damage, but like that's the cheese way a lot of people are going about getting that achievement, which is whatever. I don't really care. I'm not mad about it, but at the same time, like, come on, play the game, be
we're
better.
gonna.
Especially with Ulduar coming up, like that's
Uh,
literally like Elgalon. It's like dodge this, dodge that. If people can't dodge those things in Obsidian or yeah, Obsidian Sanctum, yeah, it's gonna be rough.
yeah,
Gonna be rough.
we're still having people die to the void zones and the flame wall. So it's
I
just like, dude, this was week 12 and people are still dying to it.
right.
Like, come on,
I
guys.
oh man, so I know a lot of I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. I know a lot of my guildies watch my stream, but I don't know if they know to watch your stream because they're always like, "Oh, I heard you talking crap about so and so," and I was like, "Yeah, it is," but I don't think they know to watch this one. So I'm pretty sure I can comfortably say things.
Ah.
But like, um, run.
Oh, you're getting spotty.
Oh, hold on. Is that better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I did nothing. I just want you to know that.
Like the
So
satellite
we were,
linked back up.
yeah, I waited.
The
There
stars
you go. Okay.
aligned back in a row.
That's one cool thing about here is like you go outside and then you can see like all the constellations. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, uh, in next we start with patchwork, and we do like the speed pull where you run in, you grab everything, you melt it down. And we had like 6 deaths, and our raid leader was like, "Come on, guys, we've been doing this for weeks now." So we run out and reset because we want to go for the speed. We run out, reset, and we go back in. We do it again. It happened again. No, I think we made it past that one, but then you know how like you get to like the little river thing you have to jump across.
Hmm.
So I was helping tank because it makes it easier to do like that first pull. And someone said, "Oh, we missed one slime in the back room." So I was running back to the back room to grab the slime, and our raid leader was pulling, just pulling, and he's like, "Don't pull the first one," and he ran past it. Someone pulled it. So he's got all these mobs in front of him and all these mobs behind him, and he doesn't have the threat generation. So we wiped again.
Oh
Dude,
no.
he was I honestly like I if I was raid leading, I'd probably be mad too. But at the same time, like how
Yeah.
do I put this? It's we're 12 weeks in. You know what I mean?
Like I was just saying,
Like,
right?
how are
Like
you dying to say? I mean, okay, I did die once on trash, but the thing is, I did it. It was my fault. So we were in the military wing. You know, like the military, they do the whirlwind.
mhm.
Well, I thought so our raid leader like literally had to take like a 20-minute break or a 10-minute break to just like calm down, and he came back and he's like, okay. So he was going much slower and just more kind of like methodically, which I'm fine with because we were able to get the achievement for the Four Horsemen one that was kind of stupid.
Oh.
Anyway, so we're going through military wing, and you do that first pull, and then you go into that room and do that second pull. And I thought we were going to take our time, but he still went really fast. And I popped bark skin on the first one and just stayed in because like 20% damage reduction, you'll survive. And then I went to the other one, which is the bigger pull. I thought I had plenty of time, and I died. And I don't. It's my fault, but like at the same time, it's like the inconsistent pull speed. Really, that's the blame.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we had so many garbage deaths. And like I wanted to say something at the end of the raid, but I knew I had died once on trash, so I was like, nope, I won't say anything. But I did. If anybody streamed it, I did. We were doing Four Horsemen. So have you done the Four Horsemen achievement yet?
Yeah, it's brutal, man. I mean, for
So
us,
you
it's
could,
been brutal.
we did it the way where you have 2 groups. You have 3 groups. You have one in the front doing no. We had 4 groups. We were
Jeez.
literally swapping the front and the back. Like the front was swapping and the back was swapping, and that way we could lower the health and like so the back everyone would switch and the front just the tanks would switch. So and it worked great. Pretty easy strat to get everyone down. Now, the only thing you have to do in the back is everybody switches. So I was on Lady B. I run over to Zelia.
Uh-oh. You're frozen, my dude.
But oh man,
You said you ran over to Zelik.
You froze, and I'm like, oh god, I have no idea what you heard.
You ran to Zelik.
Yeah, so we ran to Zelik, and we get over there, and there's people just chilling out. They should have ran to Lady B, right? And I say, like, clearly over comms, player, because there's like three people, and I watched them all after I said that run over to where they're supposed to be. I want to point out Lady B was behind because those guys didn't, whatever. Anyway, is that too mean? Is that mean?
It was like the perfect time to cut out on you again.
No!
So
Oh my god.
you set it up, and then you were like, "So I said,"
And I say,
and then it went out. And I was like, "What did he say? What? Oh, what was it? What was it?" And you're like, was that so mean to say? Like, I don't know.
this internet sucks. I'm gonna really try to fix it after this storm. Okay, so I said anyone that didn't switch in the back is a bad player. Like very
Oh,
clearly. Is that mean? Because I was just trying to motivate them to move. Because I had already called switch and they didn't. And so I just was like, anybody that's as soon as I said it, they went. So I was like, okay, it did the effect, but at the same time, like maybe there's a nicer way to say it. But
yeah.
like, I don't know.
It's a
I don't know.
fine line.
I don't feel bad, but I don't want to like I don't want to be a mean person. Like I personally like I know I'm joking because I don't really mean it. Like I don't care. I don't think it makes you a bad player. People zone out. It is what it is. Um but people don't get sometimes like that sense of humor because like I joke like that. I'm like, "Oh my god, you're garbage. You're garbage player. You garbage player." But like I don't mean that. I don't know. I don't know. People are sensitive.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. But yeah, okay, what about loot? Did you get any loot on your main?
No. So I'm up for a couple pieces still. And like two of them are side grades. I don't even know the names of them because they're side grades. And I think they're just like hit pieces just in case so I can move stuff around. But I am second.
Yeah, I have one of those.
I'm second in line for Dying Curse. So we didn't have any Dying Curse drop this week. So I'm still second in line for that. And I'm up for Leash of Heedless Magic. And then I'm up for the Leggings of the Wanton Spellcaster, but that one I have to roll off against the Shadow Priest. And I think we've only seen one Leggings of the Wanton Spellcaster drop so far. So those things just need to start dropping, man. We need the pants to drop.
Is it wonton or wanton? I just
Wanton,
need to. Is it really?
not wanton.
Oh,
No,
that seems weird. Okay, anyway.
wanton.
Um,
Le-
so I need you to make me a list of like BIS boomy items because we DE so much stuff now, like so much stuff. I want to build out a decent boomy set for like God, what's that fight where you fight the arms?
I know what
Right
you're
arm,
talking
left
about.
arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're better off as a boomy, even if you're a feral. And I want to see if I can I can go boomy on that one fight. But I don't know if that's gonna be the case because I might end up tanking. That's something I want to talk about at the end of this or towards the middle of this video. Is I think ferals are gonna be tanks. Maybe because blood
Maybe.
DK might finally. Okay, I don't want to get into it. Um, okay, I. Oh, what's your gear score? Do you ever know what your gear score is?
Off the top of my head, it's like 42. Is it 42 or 41?
I mean, those
41,
are both.
41.58, I
Oh, okay.
think. So it's like 213 eye level.
Okay.
Yeah, because the only item that I don't have a 213 for is the trinket. So I don't have that achievement, like epic or whatever, like have a 213 eye level piece equipped in every slot. Like I need the Dying Curse, and then I can just put it in both trinket slots. I think that's how you can cheese it, because I don't think you need two trinkets, and then I can get that achievement. So,
So
yeah.
I got an upgrade. I got an upgrade this week. I finally got the chest, the recluse chest, and it is a 226 piece.
Mhm.
So my gear score is now 4430 something.
What?
I know. It's so stupid high.
Gosh.
It's unbelievable. I cannot wait for Flame Leviathan. Because I'm gonna be like, give it to me. I can do it. Look at this. Check out my gear score. But no, I got it. So it's actually funny. We use our RC Loot Council, and I didn't get it. Like it didn't pop, and that thing dropped, and like they awarded it to this warrior, and I was like, oh, I didn't see that pop up, and they're like, oh, and like because so what I said was I didn't get a prompt for RC Loot, and our GM goes, oh, what item, and the one of the council goes, we know which one. Because it's so good. Like I was like, we know you. They know. So it turned out the warrior that got it agreed to give it up to me because apparently I was up for it. So big shout out to Cask. Thank you, buddy. And I think he's gonna get prioed the neck because the neck is the other thing that everybody like. I still am using the 10-man neck, but the 10-man neck is honestly really good. So I don't feel bad about it. But like the chest is such a big upgrade. Oh my god. 4,430 something eye level.
That's
Or no,
insane. Gear
pure
score.
score.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gosh.
I'm legit, I think fully bis except for neck.
I've still got
I
some pieces left.
think.
Yeah.
Most people do. Most people do.
I probably have like 4 or 5 pieces left, and I'm up
Oh,
for.
that's actually more than I thought. I thought it was only like 1 or 2 for you, to be honest.
I'm up for like maybe 3 of those 5 pieces. So it's looking good. Of the pieces that I want, we had our first torch drop this week. I just gotta throw
Oh,
this in
cool.
there, even though like I didn't put anywhere close to like prio on it, but there was 2 people that put it like as their top piece in our loot list. They've both had like 100% attendance since week 1. One of them took a break this week and it dropped for the first time. So the other person that had it up there
Oh,
automatically got it. And they're a resto druid and they've been off-specking Boomkin. So it's like
that sucks.
that's the play right there. I need to
Yeah.
switch to resto.
Yeah. Oh, I'll be resto. I'll be resto. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you don't need me to heal on this one
Yeah,
either?
okay.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
go Boomy. I
Yeah, yeah.
guess if you need me to DPS, I'll go Boomy real quick. It's
Yeah.
fine. And just use the
Our
Bis weapon. Yeah.
our resto has gone boomy in the last couple weeks. And
Hmm.
what's crazy is so he's always been resto and now he was boomy I think this week, maybe last week, I don't remember. But yeah, he's rolling on healing gear, boomy gear. He took some off spec tanking gear this week and I was like, "Dang." Like, dang. But yeah. Yeah, boomy, like honestly, like that's actually not a bad play to, to go resto and then be like, "Just kidding, you don't actually need me. I'll just be boomy."
Yeah.
But like, speaking of resto, because I won't ever talk about this probably again, people are saying that resto is gonna be really good in Ulduar. So
Hmm.
not that it's not good now, but like because of so much raid damage going out, like the raid healers become, gods. So
We've got a
I just want to since we don't resto, I figure.
yeah,
I
no.
mean, I have a resto. I have a resto 80 now. I barely play him.
Yeah, like our healers are pretty sick, man. I think we two-manned most of the night last night because the one was out, and usually we like 4 heal. So like
Yeah.
something was just weird with our healers, and we still made it through. We had an issue because we were doing some resets. We always go military first. I don't know if the jet
Oh
noise is
yeah.
loud.
I can't hear it.
Okay,
Why do you guys do military first?
because we've got a monkey on our back with Vesuvius, so we want to like make sure we get no deaths on Vesuvius, and
Oh, and if you do, you just wipe it.
yeah, so we reset Vesuvius 3 times, I think. So when we went back in for the 4th time, somebody had done like a dungeon or like a 10-man before, and they got instance capped and couldn't get back in. So that was one of our
There's
healers.
a raid instance cap.
Yeah, they put that
I didn't
in,
know
I
that.
think, in like the beta or really early in phase 1 because of like rogues going into Karazhan and gold farming.
Oh yeah, and now there's shaman going into Nax and farming
Yeah,
for that weapon.
so our resto druid that got ended up getting the torch got locked out of the first like 2.5 wings because they were instance capped for like 25 like 30 minutes.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm trying to think. We do anything we the We got the Drake, but I feel like we did something. No, we were going to. We were gonna do some new strats. I really wish we would have tried, but like I said, we had so many big problems at the beginning. We just scrapped it. I'm kind of excited because we're getting more and more into like our guild is getting more and more into how what's it not like I mean speed running, yeah, but like doing like those weird things. Like we had Hunter jump through the fence and go pull ads and stuff like that. It's I know it's stupid. Sure, I should say. I know a lot of people think it's stupid, but it's kind of fun to just try something different. And I think Ulduar is going to be like a big key to that because like there's so many different ways to do all these bosses that you're going to start seeing these like weird G strats come out. Like, oh yeah, if everybody hides in this corner, when he comes around, nobody gets the thing that does that. I don't know. I'm making stuff up, but like I'm telling you, man, I
Yeah.
can't wait. But but yeah, but yeah.
I think that's all the
Anyway,
raid stories that I have from the last week. Um,
yeah. Did you? I saw you had one poll.
one poll?
A poll.
Oh, a poll. Like POLL, not PULL. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Correct. Poll.
Okay. Let me see if I can switch
Sorry.
to the right screen here.
I have a general list of my idea in my mind.
Okay.
Hold on. While you're doing that, I'm gonna throw a log on the fire.
Okay. Yeah, I think I brought it up. Let me see if I can pull it over here if it still goes good. Okay. Yeah, I only had one poll. I put it up yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
Um, and it's something I would like to talk a little bit more about, like at the beginning of the show here. But damn, these jets are loud, bro. Hold
I don't
on.
hear him.
Okay. The mic must be doing some good noise canceling because I
Nice.
can hear it clearly through the headphones. But yeah, the question I asked was, have you played a hardcore druid? Which is like you have one life, you death equals delete, all that stuff. It's like popping off again, like making a big resurgence right now in classic WoW.
What's causing it? Is it like is there anything in particular? Is there somebody in particular that's like pushing it?
Yeah, so Cargos and like Grace for Days and Winky and Tyrannosaur and all
Same
these
guys
other
as before.
people. Yeah, they're all like they did like a tournament and like another group of people did another tournament and then there's like an event scheduled for like the January 1st or something. I don't know when it is, but it's like to go if you've gotten to level 60 or if you haven't even gotten to 60, you can still go to Azure Ghost and try to kill the world boss, like the world dragon. So like there's this big hype around it again, and I was never into playing hardcore because I'm always like, yeah, you die, that character's gone, like you can't play it anymore, all that hard work you put into it. But I've started playing a hardcore druid myself, so
What
uh
level?
it's addicting. I think I hit 13 today.
I will tell you, I I tend to get bored watching people's streams, but I remember
Wait, you cut out again. You said you remember.
the the obvious path. It's like the path of least resistance, but like in a different way. Like a path of least resistance and least risk. Like, oh, and you can't buy stuff, so like a lot of these professions where you craft your own items becomes way more valuable. Instead and then you're opening lockboxes hoping for like extra leather and like random
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because like even like these like leather workers, or I mean these cloth people, sometimes they have patterns that have like leather in them. And you can't buy it, so you have to like you know what I mean? And it's kind of entertaining to like see them try to like kind of figure out a safe way to travel. You're never overstepping. You're not like, "Oh, I'm 16, I'm going to jump to this one." Like, "No. I'm 16 and I haven't died. I'm staying right where I am because this is safe."
Yeah.
And you got to pay attention to like just the dumbest stuff. Accidentally pulling stuff, looking for rares. I don't know. It's so entertaining to watch. It's more fun to watch hardcore than I think than anything else.
It's been fun. Like it's been
Maybe
fun
speed
playing.
running. I like speed running.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
What are you gonna level? I mean, you're gonna level Zaboomy, of
of
course.
course, man. Of course, balance
I mean,
druid.
Boomy's
Yeah.
probably the safer way to go because you're at a distance at all times, but
Mm.
you have less protection. When do you get Typhoon?
You're funny. Typh-
60?
well, Typhoon was only Wrath, and this whole hardcore stuff is being done just on like the classic era servers. So if I
It's not on Wrath server.
no, if I
That's
do,
too bad.
if I end up getting to 60, or the small, tiny, like minuscule chance that I die, I'm gonna redo it, but on a Wrath server. So I'll have a hardcore druid on a Wrath server.
I want a hardcore druid. I think if I were gonna do a hardcore, I would do it on a Wrath server because I think the spells and stuff are better, just simply better.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know, classic. I don't. If you didn't do druid and you're doing hardcore, what class did you pick?
I'd be a mage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hell yeah. I used to play mage like all the time. That's what I mained for I don't know, 8, 10 years, however long I had played originally. And like frost mage, come on, dude, like you kite.
Yeah.
You
No,
can
I think
sheet.
that's
You
one of
got
the what's
CC.
one of the strong things. Yeah, but like, so I think mage is one of the most interesting hard. I want to say heroic because when I see HC, I think heroic because like like the European people they use HC for heroic. Um, so for hardcore. I think mage is interesting because you're right. Like A, they can blow things up. B, they've got a lot of slowdown mechanics they can use. But C, they are the most like easily killable class in the game.
If something
Like
gets to him, yeah.
you take two bad hits from the wrong guy. I mean, as long as you're going slow, it's whatever. Um, but because you get what blink at 16.
It might be
I
like
think
20
I think
in classic
either
era.
way, it's
Might be
relatively
16 in
low.
Wrath, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
relatively low, and you get Frost Nova pretty early. I think it's like 6.
Frost
Oh,
like
maybe
shield,
not that
frost
early.
armor, yeah.
Yeah, but like just to be able to like stop people, polymorph,
Mhm.
I think is 20. Um, yeah, all that stuff is just like nuts. Um, I don't. Hunters probably are probably the number one easiest class. By the way, I just read in the comments, I got blunts said second monitors are hardcore killers. I think that's 100% true because like if you die in like a regular, you're like, oh, whatever. But if you take your eyes off the screen in hardcore, like it's so stupid. You're like, oh god, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Yeah, I know. I've had some close calls already and I'm only like 13 and it's freaking me out, but
Yeah. What's the closest you've come to dying?
mm, yesterday I had like a big scare and I was like, dude, if I die like this, there's no fucking way I'm ever playing this game again. There was like the world server went down and I was in the middle of a pool. So it was like uh a quest where I had to clear out this little area into like a little building, and there was like the main quest dude I had to kill with an ad. So like I pull the two mobs, I kill the ad, and I'm like kiting the other guy, trying to like root him regen mana, and then the server goes down, and I'm like, dude, not like this. Don't let me die like this. Like for the first
Did you
tune. And
did you just quote Matrix? I think you just quoted the Matrix. Not like this.
not like this, dude. So I'm sat there, I'm spamming like log back in and I'm like pulling up like streamers because I'm at work, so I'm on my laptop. So I'm like pulling up streams. I'm like looking at Grace for Day stream and I have to sit through like a 30-second ad. I'm like, dude, was it just me or was it everybody? And I'm just sitting here like waiting, like, come on, come on, come on, come on. And yeah, like I get like his stream loaded up and yeah, like the world server like went down for everybody. It wasn't just me because I was like, shit, like was it just my phone connection or like what? And
Yeah.
dude, he logs back in and like I logged back in like in the meantime and I was like safe. Something happened, like all the mobs like respawned, but I was able to like run out. So I wasn't still in combat like with the same mob that was just killing me while I was off. So yeah, like I ran to safety and I'm watching his stream and he's like sitting there and his like chat is just going off. Like the add-on for the hardcore is just going off of people logging in that had died. Like the F's in the chat. Dude, it was
No.
insane. He's like, "Oh no, not another one." It's like
Oh no.
people
Yeah, but like, isn't the rules of hardcore that doesn't count?
you could probably appeal it, but dude, like in the moment, like it it still sucks cuz like those players know that their tune died, you know? Like even
Yeah,
if it's
like you
appealable.
ever type like the slash Is there a command for it? /dead?
I don't. If there is, that'd be cool. I don't think there is
No,
one
no,
though.
because no, there isn't because people have the hard time proving that it's a true hardcore. They have to like record everything. So yeah, that is if that were the case, it'd be easy. But
Yeah.
that's something Blizzard needs to implement because if you imagine like people, I mean people in the hardcore community talk about this all the time. Why is there no Blizzard backing of stuff like hardcore? Like you have to mod the game like barely to make it exactly what you want, and you'd have another revenue stream of people, another reason for them to log in while they're waiting for their new expansion or their new phase or their new patch. Like, hey, let's go do hardcore. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's not something that we have to self-regulate and stream on constantly, because that is the other thing, is like most of the people that do hardcore stream because A, people like to watch it, and B, no one will believe you if you don't. Like, oh, I'm hardcore. Okay, buddy. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, uh, yeah. Let me do the results real quick so I can get off this screen here. Only 14% said that they have played a hardcore druid in classic WoW. 12% said no, but they've played a different class. So like a quarter of the people have played. 70% said no, they've never tried it at all, like never played hardcore, and then 3%, I'm skeptical. I want to know who these people were that voted that they have a level 60 druid that hasn't died. So that's pretty impressive.
I mean,
Huh? You keep cutting out, my man.
Druid right now has never died. Right now.
Who?
I'll wait. And back. Hey, what's up? Long
Hey,
time.
what's up, man? This is episode
Ah,
7 of the podcast. I'm here with Grif.
we're gonna
This is the Griff and Go
we're
show.
gonna let's just start over, guys. Sorry, my internet sucks. That's the end of it. Honestly, it's better than I thought. I was gonna switch to my other internet. Maybe I still will. But so far, this is my satellite. This is Starlink. Starlink, if you're out there, be better. Be better.
Be better, yeah.
Be better. But yeah, yeah, that's cool. I, I tell you what, if you're interested, I will level, because you can do duos, right?
I
Duo
don't
hard mode. Where
I don't know what the rules are for that. Like you have to play together like the entire time that you're logged into those tunes. I don't know.
if that was something, or we could just like be on at the same time on the same server and like chatting with each other and like on stream. Just because like I think hard mode's fun. I have played a druid low level about 500 times.
Yeah.
Like like I'm fine with it, but I'm also like I could live without it. Oh man,
But
this fire.
that's how
You
I
can't see my fire's going out.
oh, that's how I made
Sorry.
my hardcore tune a little different cuz I'm tired. I've played Alliance and Horde. So like the Night Elf starting area, I'm over it. I don't want to level there ever again. Same with Mulgore. I don't want to do all the quests in Mulgore ever again. So I made my Tauren Druid and I ran it to
The
Orgrimmar.
troll.
And then, well, even the troll area, I did it once. And I was like, meh, there was hardly any quest there for one. And then it just bleeds right back into um, Duratar and stuff, like Crossroads, Barrens. But I took my. Ooh, your camera's looking funky. You're dancing. You're like.
I don't. It looks fine to me. I don't know.
You're bouncing up and down. Ooh, shaking it. Okay, there you are. What's up? Okay, so
Sorry.
so I have died once. So this is technically my second tune because the first time I died, I went all the way through like Crossroads and I went and tried to go into Duratar. I went across this little bridge and there was a boar across the bridge waiting for me and like two shot me.
So just so I understand, you had to be what, maybe level 2 at this time, just
Still
from
one, yeah.
XP. You were
Mm-hmm.
still one, because
Oh
like
yeah.
you sometimes you'll level just by like traveling
Mm-hmm.
at that low level, and you just died just trying to experience a new zone. I think that's fair. I think it's cool, man. I think Cataclysm was a good idea. because it did allow for the starting zones to become a little bit more fresh. Um, and I know like Cataclysm has all its bad things, but and like I know a lot of people don't like the changes to Cataclysm, but when you've done like the troll one 1,000 times, you've done like all of them so many times. It's nice that they like they shook it up a little bit, like they changed some stuff, or especially for the horde with what do you call it right down the middle, um not crossroads the area, but what's that called?
Barons.
The Barons. Yeah, like
Yeah.
the Barons is completely new. I know a lot of people didn't like the changes, but like at the same time, at least it's not like the exact same, 30 quests. Oh my God. Like what a
Yeah.
burnout. Like what a burnout.
Yeah, so I on my
But yeah.
second tune, I went up the coast instead of going across into Duratar. I went up the coast and then went across and still went in like the front gate of Orgrimmar. And then I got like the flight path, and then I got on the Zeppelin, went to the undead starting zone, and did the whole undead starting zone.
Good idea, actually. Yeah,
So
because all the way to the starting zone, the highest level you get is 6. Whereas if you're going from Mulgore over to like the troll area, you have to go through a level 14 to 16 area.
yeah.
That's much more dangerous. Whereas like once you get off that Zeppelin, you're right by Brill. I think Brill is like
Hmm.
level 6 to 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
So maybe 6 to 10. I don't know. Either way, yeah. I actually like the. I think the undead is one of my favorite in classic to play. The undead starting level. It's simple. It's straightforward. It's not. I don't know. It's not super frustrating for me. But maybe I'm just spoiled. And then you get to Brill. You do those quests. Then you. What I don't like is then heading down to the Sepulchre, because
Yeah.
the walk to the Sepulchre is so stupid. Like,
I just
can't
did
you just
that.
give me the flight path? Just give me the
Yeah.
flight path there. Like I'm right next to Undercity. Just give me the flight path. Whatever.
I'm
That's just me
scared
for
of
play.
Silverpine, dude. Like the whole forest is like super scary because the whole first area around Brill is pretty like open. There's some trees, but you can kind of see everything. And then now like Silverpine Forest is like loaded. There's trees with like big branches and stuff, and like I can't see around corners as easy. So it's like, is there a bear behind that? Is there
Yeah.
like what's around that tree over there? Like, oh
Well, and on top of that, like there's that like I think when you're like level 12, if you go a little bit too far south on that main road, you run into the man, what's that instance called?
Shadowfang Keep.
There's the Shadowfang Keeps right there, but the mobs right in that little village are like way too high for like lower level stuff. And it goes from like bears that are like level 12 to like mobs that are like 17, 18, especially on hardcore. That can be like, oh, I don't know.
And
But yeah,
they're
and then
elite
or
too, I think.
if you go to the mages, like if you're horde and you go to the mages across the road, those can kill you. They hit pretty hard, and there's almost always like a 2 or 3 pack. Like you can't just pull one. Like you've got to like do stuff,
Yeah. Yeah,
root and run.
it's been crazy, dude. But yeah, I did play with Table a little bit the other day. Like we weren't on the same tune or anything. Like he was playing an alliance tune and I was on Horde. But we were just like sitting there, like he was streaming, I was streaming, we were just chatting. So that was pretty fun. So like yeah, doing like a whole duo thing would be pretty sweet where you're actually playing with somebody, same faction, same server.
Dude, you know what would be cool? Hear me out.
Okay.
We get 2 duos. Like let's say it's me and you and Table and I don't know, Bearbiss or something like that. And we just try to not get to 60. I mean, like if we get to 60, great, but just try to out survive the other duo on the same server. Like just doing our
Oh,
fire
yeah.
is cooking now.
Ooh.
Glad I opened the door when I did.
Yeah, it's down to it was 60 in here
Sides.
when I looked. Frozen man. Frozen. Oh, there you are. Your eyes are moving. Your eyes give it away. You're like the clock on the wall in like a Scooby Doo show or like a painting, and the eyes are moving.
I know exactly what you mean too. Like when it's like frozen, and then they're like,
Yeah, they walk by, and then you see
"It's
the eyes
behind the
move.
wall."
And
By the
then,
way, that doesn't hold up. If you ever pay attention to Scooby Doo,
oh,
it doesn't explain how they have access to like a secret passageway of a building they're in. Like, whatever. I want to get into it. This is not a Scooby Doo channel, but if it was, whew, 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 I'd be saying jinkies a lot. Jinkies,
Zoinks.
jinkies, zoinks. I watched. I don't want to talk about it. I watched something Scooby Doo related recently. Come on, inside.
No, the puppers. I see the blurry little fluff ball.
You want to come up? Here, pause up. Hold on. He wants to stretch. I'm gonna pick you up. There you go.
You're on his bed.
Want to say hi?
Yeah.
No, we're on the couch. He doesn't like being on TV. I don't know why. Like he's like, if I pull up my phone, he'll run away. He's camera shy. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, hardcore, cool.
Hardcore,
I'm into it. Let's talk about it. If I get my internet situated, I'll start playing it. But in the meantime, I'm limiting my internet activities to like bare minimum. Like I watched the podcasts today while I was chopping wood because I don't have like any free time anymore because everything requires work now. And you'd think I'd be kicking your butt at this weight loss thing.
Yeah, I thought you had me for sure, man. Like,
dude,
you were like,
you
"Fuck
knew,
you," and I was like, "Why? What do you mean?"
So, like, you don't know this, but my cabin is on the top of a hill. Every direction is downhill. So, like, anything I do outside, I'm going uphill, downhill, up. My legs for the first like couple days of me like staying here long term, like my butt hurt from like all the muscles I'm using, like going up and down the hill. And then yeah, like I've been chopping wood for like 3 days straight. Nothing. It's because I'm eating tortillas with cheese melted on them.
Cheese and pepperoni.
You guys don't know what we're talking about, but I was did I show you how to do it or just explain to you how to do it?
The tortilla.
I think I was just explaining the
pizza?
tortilla.
Oh,
yeah, I
you
sent you a
showed me.
picture.
Yeah, you showed me a picture. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a grill or anything yet in my cabin. So I've been cooking on top of my wood burning stove and all you have is like heat. So I've been coming up with creative ways to make meals. So I came up with a way to make a tortilla into a pizza and it's delicious. And I've made more than one. Let me tell you that. Dude, all I have is like water, tortillas, ranch, and cheese left. Like I need to go grocery shopping. And yet I'm still losing.
Yeah. I didn't even bring it up last week. Since it was just Last Cares and I. So, I think I had like, according to the scale, which I swear is broken, I swear I gained like a pound and a half or something. So I was like, thank goodness we didn't like weigh last week. But yeah, this week.
I don't know what I was last week, but I felt like I was low. I feel like I should have won last week, like, but I didn't have my scale. It was packed up, so I couldn't tell you what I weighed. Man, I was hauling stuff. Like I moved every single thing I own almost by myself. My friend helped me a little bit, but like, man. And then we didn't do it last week. And this week, you're like, oh, check this out. And I was like, bro.
Check this out, dude. I felt terrible.
Shave that beard, and you're gonna look like Ryan Gosling. I know it. Look
No.
you see it? If you look at it just from the right angle, Ryan Gosling's behind that beard, guys. I don't know if you know who Ryan Gosling is. Let's say Ryan Reynolds instead. Look like Ryan Reynolds. I know everyone knows who Ryan Reynolds is, so. But yeah, that sucks. You beat me. And I can't give away gold today because the internet won't allow me, but I will do it and I will upload it. Me giving away gold just for you. And you can roll the amounts on your own if you want. Or you can roll it tonight. You can roll the wheel.
I don't remember how to do that. It would take a lot of work and effort for me to
I don't have it set up. I don't have it set up on this one. All right. Are you ready to talk Ulduar?
I got some more hardcore stuff real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
I gotta get this hardcore stuff off my chest.
No,
man.
I mean, hey, it's your stream. I'm just here pretending it's mine. Go ahead.
This is my stream, gosh darn.
This is my stream, gosh darn.
Yeah, all right. So like one cool thing about hardcore is once I started playing, I was diving into it pretty hard. Like I like to really like go for things when I'm going for them. Like I don't want to die now. I think I probably have oh, 12 hours played, maybe 12, 14 hours played on the tune. But one thing that has got me hooked is like the RP aspect, and I've never like role played in a game ever. So it's like for hardcore in particular, you kind of can follow whatever rule sets you want to, not just, death equals delete. There's some other stuff that you can choose to do or not choose to do. So I was making up like my own rules, and I'm sure most of these have been done in the past, but it's like, I'm a leatherworker skinner, so I can only wear the stuff that I craft from leatherworking. Any dropped items, any quest items I can't wear. Like I have to craft it.
You can't wear quest items?
No, I'm not allowing myself to wear quest items. So,
Bro, that's gonna take you forever.
yeah, so like, and I'm still up in the air on like, can I wear any necks because I can't craft any necks, rings, trinkets, weapons.
Weapons?
Yeah,
Yeah. What are you gonna do? You gonna carry a white staff you got from level 1 around the rest?
yeah.
Bro,
So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that stuff yet. I was thinking
you've
like
got to give yourself a way to get those.
at least the weapon. I think I am. Yeah, and the other
Hmm.
stuff I've been thinking like, do I do
Oh, you could
only?
buy one.
Hmm.
Like you can buy an upgraded white weapon.
Oh
You're not
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
get
yeah.
like there's that one guy. I don't know if you know. God, I don't even know if you can talk to him. And I bet there's a so there's this guy. Let me start over. There's a guy who walks through the forest just south of Stormwind, like where Goldshire is. I can't think what it's called. It's not Silverbride Forest, but like something forest. Anyway, he sells rare items, like greens, not rare because they're like unrare or uncommon or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Um, but you can get weapons from him. I think up to like level like 14 maybe. Don't quote me. It's been a long time, but like I think that's something you need to look into is finding like those rare vendors that you can grab those items from. That is probably your
yeah.
play. You're
Okay.
not gonna get a neck though. You're never gonna get a neck. Um, yeah, because wait, you won't even do like dropped items.
I was
Like if an item
thinking
drops,
like BOEs maybe. Yeah, but like for the weapon in particular and for my overall gear, I'm not gonna repair ever. So like I was thinking for the weapon at least, like once my staff breaks, I can replace my staff. But it's gonna take
but
a
you don't know with
long
what
time. Yeah, and it's gonna take a long time for it to break. So it's
because you don't
like,
use it.
yeah, I use it a little bit now still because I'm low level, but still like it's got like 23 out of 25 durability still, and I've been smacking the shit out of things for 13 levels. So
So
I don't know. But I'm also doing some like extra stuff with the leather working. So it's like as I train new things, I have to craft each individual thing before I can train the next leatherworking thing. So like when I learned leatherworking,
why?
it gave me like five things I could craft. So
Yeah,
before I could train number six, I had to create one through five. I created number six. Now I can train number seven,
that is
and
beyond hardcore, man.
and
That
it's
is
it,
impossible. Because like some of them are gonna have like the moss agate or whatever that
mhm.
is, and you're not gonna be able to get it because
from
it'll
from
drop.
chests probably. Yeah, like looting the treasure chest.
I
I
I
love
understand,
looting treasure chests, dude. It's fun.
bro. That is the hardest version of hardcore I've ever heard of. Like hardcore by itself is hard. You can't use the auction house, you can't do stuff like that. But like not even taking greens,
It goes
they're
further.
not even that good. It goes further.
It
Okay,
goes
well
further.
I'm already worried for you. You're not gonna be my duo partner, that's for sure.
Well, we could make whatever rules for that. I think, especially if we did like on Wrath, then I would want to have like fun with it, you know. But yeah, so
No, for sure.
the next thing with the leatherworking stuff is this also includes dropped patterns.
You can't use drop patterns or
I
you
have
can.
to. I have
So if
to.
you get a drop pattern, you have to craft it.
I have to craft them in order. So if it's like 35 minimum to like be able to get it trained, I have to get the drop pattern and craft it once at least before I can continue down the trained patterns.
What if you get let's say you're level 150 leatherworking and you get a level 50 pattern. Can you just, that's it, you're done?
Level 50. No, I would have already had to have gotten it. Like
So if it's not an upgrade, you can't pick it up.
I wouldn't be 150. Well, I could have the pattern, but I wouldn't be able to train it and craft it to move on until I got to that point that I could train it.
No, so I'm saying like you are already 150 leatherworking. You're pumping out.
Mm-hmm.
And you are running over to Mulgore and a mob attacks, you kill it, and it drops a level 70 leatherworking item. Can you just craft it right away then? Because it's below your level.
I wouldn't be to 150 yet because I wouldn't have been able to move past the point of 70 from that pattern to get further on
But
because I
you
have
don't
to
even
get
know
the
that
pattern.
pattern exists. You
I
don't know that pattern
yeah,
exists
I
until
I've looked it up on Wowhead. You can look up Wowhead. You can sort like skill requirement, and you can see like what's trained, what's a drop. I have to do everything. Yeah.
your leatherworking's gonna be at like 72 when you hit 60,
And
and
that's
you're
all
not
I
gonna
can
be
wear
wearing
too.
any gear because all you've got is the under level 72 items crafted,
Hey,
no neck, a
hey.
white weapon you
No
got from
neck.
Mulgore. Oh my god.
This is
If
my
you can kill anything beyond level 40 like that, I will be impressed.
this is my first tune, dude. I'm experimenting. I'm dipping my toes in the water. I gave myself a challenge, and I'm going after it like head on. So I'm trying.
Dude, that's I feel if it works for you. But again, I will not be your duo partner because that will not help us as a team at all.
No, no,
At
I know,
all.
I know.
Let me craft you something. Cool. What can you craft me? These level 5 gloves. That's it. We're level 35.
Do you need a
These
quiver?
gray ones we got off this bird gives more upgraded. What a waste of time.
Yeah. But like that whole thing, I never thought that I would like that type of gameplay.
Succeed, I will be impressed.
What's that?
If you succeed, I will be
Oh,
impressed.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And so usually I stream all of my like Wrath stuff or my current stuff on YouTube. So this will only be streamed on Twitch for the most part. It might kind
Uh,
of bleed over, but yeah, I plan to stream Twitch when I do primarily hardcore stuff. You're stuck again. I know.
back. Baby. Okay. Anyway, that's a good idea. You should promote it. Like, check me out at twitch.tv/classicgo.
Yeah. I was planning on playing some after the show tonight, so if you're
Oh, that works
interested
out.
in seeing the progress of my tune, where it's at, then yeah, you can check it out.
If you're interested in seeing me, you have to wait a couple weeks because Starlink sucks.
hmm there was something else with the hardcore stuff too I wanted to talk about. I don't remember. Oh, my tune is going to be unofficial, quote unquote, because it requires an add-on. I'm not getting the add-on. Don't roll your eyes too much just yet. So I'm also playing on two devices. So I'm playing on my laptop while I'm at work, and then I'm playing on my desktop at home. So you can sync them up, but I think in order to do that, you have to constantly like update a file each time you like swap devices, and I ain't got time for all that. So I'm like, no.
Up on Google Drive, but it's kind of a pain in the butt. Yeah.
Yeah, so instead of like making it an official tune and being in the guild and seeing all the people die and being able to chat with everybody, I'm just kind of like on my own. So
Yeah, that sucks.
yeah, and I'm thinking I'll probably send this tune to Azure Ghost whenever that event is in like 2 weeks or whatever. And if it dies, then like it's dead, and I'll start the whole Wrath tune.
How far do you think you're gonna get? Like, what's your guess?
It's kind of slowed down. Like I mean, it was slow to begin with, but I just hit
Maybe
13.
it's all the ridiculous leatherworking stuff you're
Yeah,
doing.
it's gonna depend on like Silver Pine Forest. I'll probably be there for a while, I think.
What level are you? You said 13?
Yeah.
I say you're gonna die at 15.
15. Dang, dude.
15.
I
15.
I want to at least get the first drop pattern from leatherworking, which is like ragged leather boots or ragged leather pants, I think. It's like +1 stamina.
Wait, you mean rugged leather
Rugged,
pants? Ragged leather is
ragged,
gray. Yeah, ragged
rugged.
regular leather
Okay.
pants are gray. Rugged's all the good
I
stuff.
want to at least get that pattern, and then I will feel like I have accomplished most of the things that I wanted to at the bare minimum. So,
All right, we're asking the chat, what is your guess on when? Oh my God! Hold on, Ari. He clipped my thing. All right, when do you think Go's gonna die? I want to hear what people think. I say 15. He's at level 13 now. If you say 13, I would not be surprised. I can't wait to hear. We have to wait for the delay.
yeah.
Anyway, in the meantime, yeah, like I said, I'll try it out. I'll try it out.
Yeah. Would you make an alliance? Would you make a horde? Would you make a druid?
Eh, I've done both. I don't really care. I don't think I'm gonna do a druid. I love druid. It is my main. It is. I have two of them. I kind of want to play the other 85, 90% of the game. See what it looks like. I do. I mean, obviously, I have a shaman, paladin, mage. I have a. Oh, did I lose you? The, the, the are. Uh, it- uh, okay, there are a couple classes that I've never taken seriously to play, and I kind of want to try them out.
Yeah.
So is one
What's one of them? Fire?
rogue.
Rogue?
So warrior, hunter, rogue.
Warrior,
And I've done a
hunter, rogue.
warlock past 30. I've never got a warlock past 30. They're so boring to me.
The first tune I ever made was a warlock.
I can see you moving.
I was trying to mimic what was
Is
frozen on your screen.
that bad? Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna switch. One sec.
It's getting a little sketchy.
Yeah. Um, one sec.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm like running out of time to do things with people because it's like I'm raiding on 2 nights of the week. We've got our show another night of the week, and there's some time after the show usually before I go to bed. But then there's like I'm playing with Blaze and Bob like a couple nights a week, and we're doing some stuff. So while you're doing that, I can go over like what I did with Blaze and Bob the past week. We did Molten Core as a 3-man for most of it. It was Bob on his warrior, me on my Benny Boomy, and I think it was only 78 at the time. And then we had like a healing priest. And we 3-man Molten Core up until the boss before Major Domo. And then he had to like go do some 10-man raid real quick. It was like Sar 3 Drake Zerg or something. And then he pulled a couple people from there to come back to Molten Core to finish the last 2 bosses with us. So we did Major Domo with like 5 people, I think, and like Rag with 5 or 6. But that was cool to like go in there and like smack around the Molten Core bosses. And then a couple days later, we went back and did Blackwing Lair. So we had to get the attunement done through Ubers. So I think we had 4 or 5 people. I can't remember. And I think it was 5. So like we all had to get the quest outside, go into Ubers, do like a full Ubers run, and then get attuned, go into BWL, and we full cleared BWL.
What? That
Yeah.
took forever. Wow.
Did you
Sorry, I had
did
to switch.
Yeah, you're good. Did you hear anything I was talking about?
This is what I heard up to. You were hanging out with Blaze and Bob. You were doing something with him, and then he had to go do an. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. You were
what?
super
Did I
robotic-y.
miss something?
No.
Oh, come on.
It sounds like you've got like auto tune. Like, hello,
Is it still like that?
guys.
Is it like that right now?
Yeah.
Is it like that now?
Mm-hmm.
Mother of pearl.
Correct.
1 minute.
Okay. I'll keep going about Blazing Bob.
Okay.
Okay. So the first boss in BWL is what, Razor Gore? Is that his name? You have to have somebody mind control and then kill all the eggs. There's 30 eggs. So the fight started and like people were like, "Well, I don't want to mind control. Who's gonna mind control?" And I was just quiet. So I was like, "I don't want to mind control." So somebody ended up. I think it was like I forget what tune he was on. But yeah, somebody went up and started the mind control stuff, and then like we noticed that the boss's HP was going down, and we're like, "Why don't we just kill the boss? Why are we waiting on killing all these eggs?" So we killed the boss, and as soon as the boss died, it wiped the raid. It was like, nope. We didn't realize that if you kill the boss before you kill the eggs, it's like a wipe mechanic, and it killed everybody.
I didn't know they'd be there. I didn't know they'd be there.
Yeah. So we had to redo that and actually kill the 30 eggs, and then we moved on. And I don't think we really had issues past there. We had like a Bob was on his rogue trying to do the little pillars in the suppression room, and he wasn't aware of how to do it, and nobody in our group knew how to do it either. And I think it might have been Table that was like in the chat and was like telling him, like, I think after we finally got through the room, he was like, "Oh yeah, there's like a 6 second pulse, so you have to time the pulse and then go in while you're stealth, and then you can do the pillar, and then you can go back out." Because Bob just kept getting instantly brought out of stealth, and we slow walked through the entire suppression room because we couldn't
Oh
figure
my
it out.
god, that's the worst.
Yeah, but yeah, we did BWL. I get DFT dropped. I think that's what it's called. Drake Fang Talisman, and then uh the druid, or not the druid, but like Nel's tear dropped, like the trinket. the,
Oh
the
yeah.
caster
Nice.
trinket.
Grats.
Yeah,
Grats, man.
I got that. And then like Mission Dare or whatever, like the caster helm dropped, but
Yeah, yeah. That's actually solid.
I
I mean,
got
not anymore.
I got the druid helm, so I just kept the druid helm anyways.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, like I hit 80 on my druid on Benny, so more
Oh, grats.
more things to come with playing with Blaze and Bob.
What are you going to are you going to GDKP? Are you in a guild? Are you like what are you doing with it?
I didn't really plan on raiding much. I was thinking of maybe like that's going to be the tune that I do the heroic plus dungeons on. So like once
Okay, yeah,
phase
good
two
idea.
drops, then I'll start to like try to gear it up and stuff, and then whatever happens happens. Or even if it's just doing those with Bob and Mel and some other people that he's friends with, then like that'll be cool. I think.
Yeah, they're pretty chill.
Mhm.
I think that'd be a good fun. I think that'd be fun. I think it'd be cool to form a guild specifically for doing heroic plus. Like I know it's stupid, but not with like my main, not like yeah, I've got this overgeared. I mean like if you and four other people like have like some fresh 80s and you're like, "Hey, let's do this thing." And I think it'll be fun. I think it will be. I think well, not even that. You could do like the progression. You could do the regular, you could do the heroic, and then you could do the heroic plus. And like you could do all the regular, all the heroic, and then once you feel geared, then you hop into heroic plus. And then you start 5 manning 10 mans. And I think that would actually be fun.
That'd be sick.
Next 10 man, 5 man it, I'd do
Ooh.
it. Do it.
Ooh.
I mean, you do a heroic plus. You could probably I mean, well, I'm sure hold on. Let me so obviously patchwork would be the hard part.
And Thaddeus splitting up.
No, that is just take longer.
Yeah, but there's a enrage timer, isn't there? Like there's some bosses with enrage timers.
Oh yeah. But who cares? Fight through it, kite. You can
Kite.
taunt
Yeah,
Thaddeus. You could
yeah, we could
I
kite
don't know. That'd
Thaddeus.
suck. That would absolutely suck if you tried to kite Thaddeus.
Just
Oh my
everybody
god. Just like
nitro boost. Yeah,
jump to the water, go up on the ramp.
you nitro boost up, and then you drop back down, and then Thaddeus will like follow you, but then you'll drop down, and he'll have to
And you don't get the buff because you're not stacked. Well, maybe you would be stacked.
like who?
Like you'd have to like I don't know why we're talking about this.
Yeah,
This isn't
like
possible or even
what
worth doing.
pathing would Thaddeus take? Like, would he jump off the ledge? Would he go to the
Yeah.
wall and then like climb down an invisible ladder down the wall?
What
Like,
happens if everybody jumps into the slime?
yeah,
And nobody would ever waste a raid to try out and find out, so no one knows like what would happen.
I think people
But I
have
think
tried
there's
before.
can you reset him? I wonder if you can reset him.
There's probably a one shot mechanic. You probably jump if everybody's like if somebody's not in his melee range, he probably just like wipe the raid. There's got to be something.
Either way, you could still do. Can you skip patchwork?
Ooh, I think they're gonna allow you to skip just to like Saf and KT in phase 2. That might be a thing. We don't even have to clear the 4 wings or anything.
Oh, that's kind of cool then.
So
Then
you
yeah,
yeah,
you could skip a couple of them.
you could just skip what bosses
Um,
you don't want to do.
yeah, you could do. You could you can skip Resuvius. Um,
Well, Vesuvius you could do, right?
you could, but you could skip him if you
Yeah.
wanted to. Come on up, bud.
Then there's Gothic. Gothic is easy. 4 horsemen.
Yeah,
Oof. Yeah, maybe skip 4 horsemen.
Four Horsemen would be hard because you couldn't do the stack strat. So you'd have to do with 5 people. Healer in the back. Somebody would have to respec healer in the front because you'd have to have at least 2 healers to do this. Yeah, man. Let's do that. We'll work on a full strat for how to 5-man next.
But you
But
could
yeah.
get
Well, because you got to get those achievements anyway.
yeah. You can,
Like, was it less than 9?
oh,
So you have
8.
8-man it.
8. Yeah, you'd have to 8.
I'd do 8-man.
But yeah, you can get emblems of conquest and get some pieces of 232 gear just from doing the 5-man heroics.
There you go. Man, I cannot find. There it is. Yo, yo, yo. Oh my gosh. Jesus.
Leap weaving.
But yeah.
Wait, somebody. It might have been Mr. Resto Cat that was telling Table because Table's doing the same thing, kind of, where it's like he's got his YouTube streams and then he's got like his hardcore he's doing on Twitch. So he's platform weaving.
I think a lot of people do that because I mean a
Yeah.
lot of people don't. I don't know why people are against streaming on both at the same time. Like I like the one thing I really like about Twitch is you can play your own music,
Mhm.
but
That's
I
why I
don't really
keep them
need to.
separate. Yeah, if I want to listen to my own music, I stream Twitch. So like if I'm
But yeah,
streaming ever on YouTube, I have to listen to that bullshit. That
I have it set
BS.
up. I have it set up so that the music I hear isn't the music that plays on my stream.
I have that
So
sometimes too.
I'll
Yeah,
listen to
but
like my music and then let the stream listen to like bow, 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 bow. That's what I think music sounds like on those free channels. It's 100% accurate. 100%.
yeah. All right,
But yeah,
so
yeah,
uh you didn't have any polls or videos the last week,
I
right?
had nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry guys. And I've been moving for the last week and then when I wasn't moving, I've been doing a lot of like construction.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Building,
Yeah,
Bob the
like
Builder. Yeah.
yeah, I'm Bob the Builder.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you want to talk about Ulduar now?
I got to get into my video. I've done a video.
Oh, I'm surprised. You usually just stream now.
Before we
Oh,
get into it,
stream.
I know, dude. Like my revenue, my monthly revenue has dropped by over.
Oh,
I don't know. It was like over 200 a month, and now it's like under 100, and I'm like,
mine plummeted, and I don't feel bad because like, first of all, we're drastically comparing, like it's like saying like my allowance went from $9 to 3. Like the
Yeah,
money is never a lot.
I
But yeah,
know.
like the little bit that came in is now, but it's, I mean, it's not like it's shocking. Like we knew it would happen because if you don't make content, you don't make money.
And it was like the whole
Um,
Wrath hype. So like, when the first couple of weeks, like the first month of Wrath, and yeah, it was like everybody was watching all they could to learn everything.
well,
And
right now is the time to make videos too. Like Ulduar is like
yeah,
hype.
yeah. Once
Hype.
once I can start doing that, I will. But yeah, I did. Last week I did a video of like AoE grinding spots from like 50 to 68, and then just last night there was like a month and a half, 2 month long project with Nest, the homie Nest, and we've been working on this AoE grinding video for that long. It's always like, like our
I was gonna say
schedules.
like that was like a month ago. He mentioned something about it,
Yeah.
and it still isn't out.
It's
So
like it's hard because like I'm always used to, I record my own stuff, I throw it together real quick, like it takes a couple hours, like edit it, shoot it up there, and I'm good to go. But like getting an idea across to like an editor, that's a rough process, man. Like
that's what I imagine.
I'm sure once you get into the groove of it, like it's probably faster and easier to just be like, this is what I'm looking for. Here's my footage of like me talking. Make the video. Let's get it done. But yeah, dude, it's
Yeah.
it's it's taken a lot for us to get this done. But yeah, I finally last night was able to upload the 68 to 80 AOE grind spots for Boomy.
68. Oh, cool. Just in time.
Yeah, so there's still some joyous journeys left to
Yeah.
boost your XP if you're chilling watching a movie. I've got the perfect way to just grind up there for you.
Mm. I'm so sorry. Oh man, I can't stop yawning. Oh, it's so cozy in front of the fire. Anyway, but yeah, for sure. So 68 to 80, joyous journey.
hmm And
Got it.
then Winter Grasp too, because you're out there in Northrend.
Oh yeah. Oh
hmm
yeah. I hang out in Wintergrass all the time. So that's where I do my farming all the time.
Yeah.
That's where all the gold's at. Right, pup?
And
Oh,
then,
he's grumpy.
well, I think we're talking about it a little bit later, but the next video I have planned is for like, what pieces of conquest gear to get first. I don't know yet, but
The the video's
the
coming. No
video,
idea.
yeah, the video will explain everything. But
Yeah,
yeah,
why would you tell us now though? Like then we wouldn't have to watch the video.
yeah.
Make us want to taste, give us a taste of the video. Like, oh guys, have you been wondering what tier is good for a boomy? Stay tuned. Stay
Yeah.
tuned for this video coming out in, well, if I edit it, 3 days. If I let someone else edit it, somewhere in February, March.
Yeah.
I think about that all the time. Like I watch these one guys, like it's unrelated to WoW, but I watch these one guys that do a lot of content on YouTube, and they hire out a company, and I'm like, God, that'd be so great to just be like, here you go, and then just let them do whatever they wanted, just like, yeah, make the video. That's the dream. That's the dream.
Mm.
But yeah, anyway, we'll
Yeah.
keep an eye out for that Alduar related content.
Yeah. So now what you've been dying and itching to talk about.
Not dying. I didn't I couldn't think of what we were going over because I'm too lazy to make a list. That's on me. Okay, so I did technically give Go some homework and I said, "Hey, watch these streams, these podcasts." Specifically, we watched or I watched the Classic Life, I think that's what it's called, podcast where they were talking about Alduar. So it was the same people. It was Jordy, Sarth, and I think there was a fourth person. Oh, and Willie. Willie was on there. Willie here. Did I do it? Did I do it right?
Hey, what's
Willie.
up? A
You
really
should probably
quick
say it
intro
because you
before.
got the beard.
Oop.
But like anyway, Willie was on there too. Um, and then the next day they sat down with people from Blizzard and we're talking about the PTR and the content. And pretty much all of it is, it's like 3.5, 4 hours, so it's a lot to watch. But there's there, and I didn't get to play on the PTR. Did we record that when I was complaining about that? I don't know if I
I
already
don't
said that.
know.
So I didn't get to play on the PTR. I'll just leave it at that. Go got to play on the PTR, I think one day or a couple days.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
2 hours worth of actual raiding. Yeah.
yeah. But the consensus is Ulduar is not easy. Despite what someone's gonna tell you in chat and stream, oh, it's so easy. No, it's not. And it's gonna come down to a lot of personal responsibility. And I think that's like kind of good. Um, it's gonna suck if you're good and you have a garbage team because they're gonna weigh you down. But at the same time, like if you like the people you raid with, um, this is the opportunity for everyone to like step up. Like how like on Resuvius you've got like, oh, the priests finally get to do their thing, and like, oh, there's that one fight where like hunters finally get to do their thing. The whole raid is everyone doing their thing. Like, do this, you need to do that. You don't worry about what they're doing because you got your own stuff to do. Like, it's a lot of that. And what mainly what I was understanding they say, and I mean, like, I've done Ulduar, so I should know better.
Oh,
It's kind of
oh, there you go.
oh,
Okay. That
it's
was just
kind
a
of
long
like,
pause. Go ahead.
oh, I'm dramatic.
Yeah. Those,
Um,
but you froze too,
it's
so you're.
it's that's fair. It's kind of like KT. Is KT a good example? Lady Vash is a good example. Um, you can wipe, um, and that's for like a lot.
Oh, now it got bad. It finally got bad. I'm gonna need the Lady Vash take again. It still froze.
Are you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Lady Vash.
Lady Vash, hard. Wipe the raid. If you, I'm so sorry, guys. If you are, if you're not good at if you're not good at playing the game or being self-aware of what's going on, you're gonna wipe the raid, and it's gonna be so frustrating for you. It's gonna be frustrating for your team because they're gonna be like, "Bro, you caused a wipe," and it's gonna happen. You at one point will likely cause a wipe, and if you've never tanked before, and you've never healed, and maybe a couple of those scenarios, you might not have ever experienced that. Like as a tank, I have wiped raids. Like it's a part of tanking. Is like when you screw up, usually you wipe the raid. There's certain healer fights where like if they screw up, they wipe the raid, and there are certain mechanics that like certain people like. Man, like remember twins from AQ, and you had to have the warlock tank. They can
Yeah.
wipe the raid,
Yeah.
and in Ulduar, everyone has the ability to wipe the raid. Like one person screwing up, doing the wrong thing, pressing the stupid button, all those other things will wipe the raid. And I think that's something people just need to like realize. It's hard. It's hard.
Well,
Hard.
you say it's hard, but I think it's only part of it that's hard. The easy,
Yo,
like the normal modes, I think are going to be cake, but the hard modes are hard.
yeah.
Yes. So,
I think the easy I think so I think they said this in the one you watched. The smartest path to clearing everything, if you're not speed running, you're not pumping, is to start with 10 man, do 10 man hard mode, then go to 25 man and do 25 man hard mode, because not only does it give you more familiarity with it, but you get the gear from 10 man, which is still an upgrade from Nax, and those things are going to really help out when you get to 25 man hard mode.
yeah,
And I
like
think they said that's the progression. You shouldn't just go right into 25 man. If your guild's not amazing, you should be progressing in 10 man to 25 man
that's what
and do splits.
I brought up to our guild leader, and I was like, "Yo, if at all possible, can we please have 2 10-man groups at least, if not like three, and have a couple pugs in each group before we go into 25 man? Because I want that extra like 232 or 226 whatever eye level gear from 10 mans.
232, I think is right.
Yeah, before we actually get into 25 man. But
For
like,
sure. I think who'd be against that? Like, I mean, people would, because they're like, no, it's gonna be so easy. And you're like, no, it's not. Let's just do it the right way.
I think it just
It's coming out
depends.
on a Thursday.
Exactly,
Just
yeah. Because like our raid nights are Tuesday, Thursday. So if it comes out Thursday, then it's like, do we want to spend the rest of our raid week in 10 mans and not even get 25 man the first week, or do we try to get signups for other nights of
Good
the week
question.
after Thursday? Do we want to like 10-man Thursday, but then try 25-man on Saturday, Monday? Like, so,
Like
yeah,
even if you down, let's say you down one or two bosses in 25 man, is that the play? Or do you try to do, 10 man and get the same distance? The good thing about splits, the good thing about splits is you've got 10 people getting gear and then another 10 people getting gear, as opposed to 25 man where you only have like one chance per boss of getting gear. So like you're gonna get more gear like overall. I see people wanting just getting 25 man, but like honestly, did I break up?
kind of.
No.
A little.
I hate this. I'm gonna fix it. I just gotta wait for the storm to pass. It's supposed to hit tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow night. It's supposed to hit
Yeah,
tomorrow
we're
night.
we're getting a storm like at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and it's supposed to last all day.
Yeah. It's gonna rain here tomorrow. But then tomorrow night it's gonna drop down to -2.
Icy roads.
Did I convince you at all? Sorry.
I shouldn't play into it and do it too because then everybody's gonna be like, oh, the whole stream just froze.
If I ever get to stream it, it will. I'm trying to think of like alternate. So I don't know if, man, I don't really like to tell about like my personal situation, but like I'm looking for a place near here that's because I'm working on the cabin. That's why I live here. But I can afford to just get an apartment, but I don't want like a year lease. I want like a 6 months maybe to just have a place to go, drop off the dog. I don't have to worry about him dying from fire. Um and have an internet that's like better. God, that'd be so great if I could do that. But honestly, I can't even find an apartment in this any. But yeah. Anyway, so hopefully,
Huh? What's what?
did you get any of that?
Yeah, it was in and out. Yeah, but yeah, I think
I'm just gonna nod along. Go ahead.
the
Go ahead. Go.
the gist of it came through. I think. Any idea when they'd release Ulduar? So, one thing that I did pick up from the one that I've watched, which I linked in the chat like a couple minutes ago, the one with the Blizz devs, was they said that the PTR is going to come up after the holidays again, they think. So at least into January. So like we know for sure pretty much like it's not going to be December. There were some people that had suggested, maybe mid late September or December, sorry. And yeah, that doesn't seem to be the thing. So at least January, and if the PTR is coming up after the holidays, let's just say it's like January I don't even know. Let me pull up a calendar. Like with the first is on a Sunday, so it's not going to be on a Sunday. They'd probably wait until like the 5th of January to pull the PTR back up, and then it would go over the weekend, 5th through the 9th or something. I would imagine, and then it's not going to be so like at least the 19th, 26th if it's on a Thursday. Late January, I would say. I'm still like my guess that I locked in was February 2nd, but I don't know.
I think I think it'll be mid-January,
Yeah,
like January 12th, something like that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, dude, that was a sick interview. I did only like I watched. They did two with Willie. I watched the first one. I think it was like 2 hours, like an hour and a half or 2 hours or something. But I didn't see the second one. But I did watch the dev one, and the dev one was pretty sweet.
I think the dev one was we man, you're not gonna get any of this, and I'm stuttering anyway. Go and I were talking about this before. I think the dev one gave me a lot more confidence in the development team that they're willing to make the game fun. Like it sounds like that's their goal. Like we want the game to be fun. What that leads to, I don't know. But if you're like, oh, they're gonna ruin it, I don't think they are. I think they're trying to make it better. So
I think there's gonna
yeah.
be some resistance though from a lot of the community because hear me out. Before you shake your head, no, you're wrong. Go, no. They're like the whole thing from Classic is like everything's kind of been achievable day one. Like a raid comes out, it's cleared in 3-4 hours, like max. And
Yeah.
and that's not going to happen in Ulduar, and Ulduar is going to be the first raid that in Classic that's not going to get cleared that fast. And then what kind of branches off of that is a lot of guilds aren't going to clear like the full hard mode for way longer than just like the first week or 2 weeks or month. It's going to take
Like Trial of the Crusader
yeah,
is out.
but they did say that they're going to let Ulduar be out longer than Nax, and Nax has already been out for 3 months, and we might have at least another month of Nax. So we're looking at 4 months of Nax. Ulduar is going to last longer than 4 months, so we're going to have six, like a half a year of Ulduar.
So long.
So like, it's going to be good, I think, because it's going to be so hard. But 6 months of the same raid,
So
like, how is that going to feel for classic players?
that's too long. I think Nax has been out. I think Nax has been out just long enough. Like I think people are officially like, okay, cool, let's go. Here, most people have their gear. Most people are going like people are just doing achievement hunting now.
Hmm.
Like, which is perfect. Like that's what you want. But Alduar needs to come out, and then once Alduar's out, I say 4 months. 4 months.
Yeah.
We've got 5 phases, right? How many
uh,
phases?
yeah, 5 sounds right.
Hold on. So 1, 2 is Alduar, 3 would be Trial of the Crusader, 4 would be ICC. Oh yeah, just be So I guess they do have to stretch it because they want a year and a half.
Well, I mean, if
That's
half a
tough.
year is one phase, then yeah,
Four
they'll.
months, 16. That actually makes sense.
Ooh,
Ruby,
you're cutting in and out again, man.
Sanctum? Ruby Sanctum is like barely phase.
How many bosses are in Ruby Sanctum?
2, 1.
2 bosses in
Oh,
there?
but Oni comes out. When does Oni come out? With Trial of the Crusader?
It came out as an event, I think, in original, so they can kind of mess with it, I think. So they might just throw it in whenever the eye level's appropriate. So maybe
Oh,
that's like
yeah,
halfway
that's a
through
good point.
Ulduar. Maybe they just throw out Ani to like keep people interested. Here's a couple extra pieces of loot to help you get to your hard modes or something.
Actually, not a bad idea. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. But yeah, I think 6 months is too long. Yeah, but Ruby Sanctum's like nothing. That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's not a full raid. It's like VOA. Ooh, when do we get the bosses from VOA?
Oh yeah, it's like one extra boss per. I didn't even look at VOA loot. I mean, it's really just like tier and
It's
PvP gear,
it's
right? Like, there's
it's
nothing
like
ever beyond
I
that.
don't even want to call it I don't even call it catch up gear. I don't know what to call it. It's like
It's for
I don't
conquest,
know.
I guess, like badges, emblems.
I don't.
Oh man,
It. Is it that bad?
yeah.
Damn it, go. God damn
It's
it.
like you start a point and then it freezes, and then like I'll catch like the last 3 words of
And the
the
thing is,
point.
it knows. It knows.
It does.
Say one thing about Starling sucking, and now they're after me. Anyway, I don't think VOA is catch up gear because you get it in the content that it's anything. You can tell if you're frozen, you're messing with me. Oh my god, it's so frustrating. I hate this.
I've been there, dude. I've been in that same exact seat, and yeah, it does feel terrible.
It's a futon.
I miss my futon.
It's not a futon. It's a well, it kind of is a futon because the couch folds back. But I'm so frustrated. Ah,
Ah.
ah. Anyway, yeah, VOA, not catch up, but kind of catch up. That's the point. Done.
I think I've gotten 2 pieces from VOA, but I've also haven't really done VOA that much because it's like few times where it's actual druid loot, and then when it is, it's usually resto. So,
Honestly, I think we stopped doing VOA. I don't think we did it last night at all.
yeah, we were going to, but we tried so many attempts on Resuvius, and we were low healers, and people at the end of the raid night were just over it. They're like,
Why do you guys struggle on Resuvius?
it's a I don't really know the ins and outs of what priests have to do, but it's something to do with the taunts and not taunting at the wrong time or taunting the wrong target or not mind controlling the right target, like mind controlling a different ad than the first ad that they mind controlled. Now that so I don't.
Dude, let me
Hey.
tell them to call me on a better internet connection. I will teach them how to do Resuvius. It is so easy. It's literally press a button, press a button, press a button. I shouldn't diminish this because I'm sure some people struggle with it, but like I've done it, not hard. Like especially 12 weeks in. How many weeks in we are? It's
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what I mean though. I think that I hope you can hear me. That is exactly why you should be scared of Ulduar because the person that can't do a mechanic of something like that are going to struggle with mechanics much more complicated in Ulduar. Be warned. I'm putting
Yeah.
another log on the fire.
Okay. But yeah, like what else did they went in pretty deep on like some of the mechanics and stuff for the bosses, like each individual boss.
Well, specifically, sorry,
It was pretty cool.
I don't know how to make that weird. Specifically the hard mode stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And what the weird thing was, this is what I thought was weird but kind of cool. Was like they're like, "Oh, I don't like this," and like, "Oh, we'll change it." Like just like that. Like one person in a 4-panel group was like, "I don't Hodier with the heart," whether because they were gonna like I think they were gonna nerf the heart, and they're like, "No, nerf the heart, nerf his health after the heart's dead because the heart is the fun part instead." And I was like, I agree, but it was so scary how quickly on board they were. They weren't like, "Oh, well, yeah, we'll look into that." They're like, "Yeah, we'll do that." And I was like, "Oh God." They did a couple things like that where I was like, "Holy crap!" They're just like, "Yeah, whatever you guys say, whatever, Jordy, whatever you need, Jordy."
Will this help your boss guide? Yeah, we'll do it for you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Right. I mean, and I'm not saying anything bad about those guys. I think they did a great.
Dude,
Like, I think
yeah.
everybody did a great job, but it was just so scary how willing they were to be like, yeah, we'll change it. Like,
It was funny.
without follow up.
They were like, "Yeah, we don't really want the heart to be like where you have to use lust," and then like that was the dev perspective, and then like Sarth, Crix, and Jordy were all they were like, "Yeah, it's really fun to lust during the heart phase. Like that's where you get to look at your DPS meter and like see your DPS go up." And they're like, "Oh yeah, okay." So
I mean, and I kind of agree with them. It's God, I can't think of a good comparison, but yeah, like like it's the true test. Like you know what I mean? Like once you get past the heart, it's over, right? Like I mean, it's not over, but you have to fight himself. But like, it's not really like I don't know. It's not really I don't say it's not really a challenge, but that's not the right way. It's not fun anymore. Like once the heart's over, it's just a fight. But like the heart is the thing, so I see why they'd want to do that. What were some other changes? They were just like, hey, do this. And they're like, okay. Oh, they said they're leaving the level scaling in. I don't know if you know that.
the gear eye level scaling for the
For
vehicles.
Leviathan. Yeah. I think that's cool, especially for some of us that have really high eye levels.
I still don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to like get pieces of loot just because it's 226 just to have in my bag to equip for that fight.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
doing
what
that, dude. Like
that's what Sarth was saying he does. He's like, yeah, anytime you run Eye of Eternity, you just pick up loot because you can wear it for that one fight. And I'm like,
we've been
man,
doing that, yeah.
let the feral cat have his moment, okay? let him shine. But yeah.
Hmm.
Ooh, the fire's toasty now. Sorry.
I mean, that's
I have
one.
a really good bed of coals. I'm just really excited.
That's
Sorry.
one use for the new idol, like the insect swarm idol. It's 232 like idol eye level. So
Yeah. Wear it. Use it.
yeah, use it for flame leviathan.
Where does it attach to you on your body?
Idol?
Yeah, you wear it.
Uh,
But where would you keep it? Like in a belt
it's like Iron
next to your frag
Man's
belts?
Iron Man's little thing on his chest. It's like a little
Oh, oh, it's like built right in, huh?
yeah, yeah. You just
Oh,
clip
okay.
it. It's like an extra gym socket on your chest.
I don't know. I just thought about that. Like, it's not really like a weapon. You wouldn't hold it. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. It's not a ring. Maybe a necklace. No, because they have necklaces. Whatever. Sorry, I don't want to get off topic. Which clearly we were way off topic. Eye level set will be oof. Yeah, I don't think eye level setting is necessary because it's only for one fight and who cares. Um, I don't think Flame Leviathan is gonna. You're not gonna like. Oh, thank God we have the eye level. It's either you get the fight or you don't.
I think it's just gonna
Um,
be like a week one thing as well.
yeah, and again, like if you don't do it, it's not like you're gonna be like the reason. Oh, we would have got it if you would have went and eye level farmed.
Yeah, no. We de-eat so much 226 loot. That's why we are
Yeah,
struggling on this fight. People should have
duh.
taken all of this and not let it go to Shard.
What are you doing?
We
I
should have
agree.
we should have LC'd all this loot to people and gave it to people that only had
And
213.
for force them to hold on to the loot.
Yeah.
I mean, nah, not. I honestly like if your guild wants to handle that and like hand you loot, sure. But like, I'm not gonna go out of my way to like farm gear. I don't care.
Cuz like
My gear is good enough. It's way too high as is.
I'm not like a lore person or anything, but like just think of it this way, right? Like if you have a 213 piece that's fully enchanted and gemmed, but then you have a 226 piece that has no enchant, no gems on it, but that 226 piece that has you've done nothing to except for let it sit in your bank for a month and a half until Ulduar gets released. That item is going to help me out more on a fight than a piece that I've taken the time to gem and enchant. No, it shouldn't work like that.
I think I like the idea that eye level scales though because I think they made the point that as you get better gear, all the fights become easier, with the exception of the vehicle fights. Doesn't seem really, it doesn't make sense. So like having it scale, so like as everyone gets better, all the fights get easier. But at the same time, yeah, like it's a little too sweaty for me. Eye level chasing. I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, 44-34, guys. That's my gear score. 44-34. Come at me. Come at me.
It's only like 300 more than mine.
I
Ridiculous.
don't know what my eye level is though. I have it on the screen. The gear score is the bigger number, so that's the one I remember. I'm sure it's in the 220 range. I don't know. It
220.
can't. It can't be. It's probably like 217, 218. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever. But yeah. So as far as the podcast, I didn't get to see the end of it. Did they say they're like what they're gonna do? Like,
All right, hold on. You said, did they say what they're gonna do?
go. Go, you
Yes.
need to be more animated so I know when I get disconnected. Because you're always. So when it freezes, I'm
Whoa!
like,
Oh,
hello?
stop!
Hello?
Stop! Ah, it's frozen.
Or just put a clock in the background, bro.
Dude, I'm
Like a little.
chilling, dude. I'm chilling. I'll just constantly move my hand around as you're talking. Just, I'll be the
I'd
clock.
appreciate it. I go on these rants that you never get to hear. What was I saying? I hate you. What was I saying? Oh, I didn't get to see the end. Was there anything they said about like the PTR coming back out? I mean,
Yeah,
I know it's got to do it. Like, did they give dates or anything?
they didn't give dates. They just said after the holidays. So,
Oh, the
assuming
PTR is going back out after the holidays?
assuming after the new year. Yeah.
I thought you were saying the phase is after the holidays.
Well, I mean both, right? But yeah,
Sorry, reaction faces.
the PTR should come back up after the holidays.
What? Hold on. Table, I think weren't you when you were on our podcast? Weren't you doing those with us? Because we do it all the time. Like I don't
I
know if
don't
we
know if
do
he
it when
did.
it's live, but we do it all the time. Like we're just like,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Darth is the best. Honestly, how can you hate that guy though? Like he's just the most chill, nice guy. Like that podcast, I'm just like, man. Even Crix has calmed down quite a bit.
He let an F bomb go. It was pretty funny.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Did
he
he?
said fuck, and he was like, "Sorry for my language." He's like, "I'm just really excited about Ulduar."
He was yeah, he was way chiller on that podcast than he usually is because he's usually really animated and energetic. Um, but instead, like Jordy was kind of like the talkative one.
Jordy was like, "The
Yeah,
what?"
we freeze frame. That's right. We would do freeze frame.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jordy. Jordy was doing all the talking.
yeah.
Sorry.
He had the most like time put in there. He was in there. He's always on the PTRs and stuff.
Yeah,
And
good for him.
I know Sarth was on there a little bit, but yeah, Crix I know was on there a ton as well.
Yeah, I think they're the same raider. They're the same guild, right? Sarth and or not Sarth and
Crix
Crix.
and Jordy.
Yeah, Crix and Jordy.
Yeah, they're
And then
fusion.
Sarth is in Baker, Salad Bakers.
I don't know Sarth's guild.
I'm pretty sure it's Salad Bakers. I could be wrong though. I've been wrong before.
Sarth and I share first names, like IRL first names. Pretty sure,
Yeah.
pretty positive. So I have a connection to Sarth.
Oh yeah.
We're pretty much the same guy. Like if you ever like compare us, put us side to side, it's gonna be hard to pick
Yeah.
who is who. You're
Yeah.
gonna be like,
I always
is
think
that
that.
go on the left or is go on the right? No.
Which one mentions Gary? Oh, okay, that's Sarth. That's Sarth.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's playing DK. Okay, yeah, that's Sarth. Okay.
That's probably Sarth. Gary Gargoyle. Gary. I don't know why I think he's the only content creator where I watch his content on classes I don't play. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, what can they do? And I'm like, I gotta watch it. And I'm like, why am I? I don't have a DK leveled anywhere near max level. But yeah, like he sucks me in. Like, what's a laser DK? I need to know. And I watch this stupid video, and I'm like, that's stupid. But yeah, for sure. Anyway, I'm really excited for Ulduar. I'm definitely gonna be on the PTR. I talked to my buddy. He lives like 4 hours away, but I told him I might bring my laptop and play at his house so I have decent internet connection.
Which
Because I was
direction?
so mad that I missed. What's that?
Which direction? 4 hours. North? Canada? Eh?
No, not Canada. Michigan.
Oh.
How dare you?
This state.
You want to hear? Yeah. Wait, is it backwards? What hand is that?
This state.
Which hand's your left hand? Raise your left hand. Okay, that's the right one. Unless you flip it towards you, then it's the right hand. But if you do it like this, it's got to be left-handed.
It's just like the
That
fight
makes
in Ulduar. It's the right hand, but it's not the right hand, but it's labeled the right hand, but it's the left hand. Because if you're looking at him, it's the right hand, but if you're facing his direction, then it's the left hand. That one? Oh man, you froze again. I did too much. I have to stay animated while you're frozen. So you can tell that I'm not frozen.
So
Look at how animated I am.
I said I never even realized that it was kind of wrong until he pointed out that it was like the wrong hand. And I was like, oh yeah, I guess I just right hand is right hand. I don't know. I get it.
Yeah, that's gonna be one of those things where it's gonna confuse our guild, some of our guildies.
Dude,
they're gonna be on the wrong target.
We still have people struggle with red right. No.
Yeah, dude. So we had somebody mess that up. That's where our Undying or our Immortal run ended this week was on Thaddeus.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
All you have to do, I mean, I have BDM and it just says like
BDM?
move. Okay.
I have BDSM. I don't have BDM though. You don't
What's
have
BDM? BDSM. Wait, what does it stand for?
Deadly Boss Mods.
DBM. We're both wrong. What's BDSM?
I don't
Whatever.
know.
Anyway.
You should Google it.
Anyway, DBM will always tell me when to switch. So I don't know why people like I mean I pay attention anyway, but I noticed that like it only yells at me when I should switch. So
Yeah.
like I don't understand. I don't
So
understand.
what had happened was they said that
What
DBM said that like watch your feet or whatever. I don't have the noises on, so
the British lady?
I don't
Yeah.
know what it says, but it was like the very first one. So we all stack negative, and it was like watch your feet or whatever. So they thought that they had to move, but they didn't have to move. It was just going off because they were in range of people that had the opposite polarity. So they moved and they didn't have to move, and yeah, that was the death. And like
That sounds about right though.
they felt bad, and it's like, yeah, dude, it happens. Like it's week 12, but yeah, it happens, dude. I'm always nervous on that fight that I'm gonna fuck it up because like it. I know it hurts when you're that guy and you failed it, and it's like I'm a fucking idiot, man.
Dude, we were on a mortal run. We were doing our mortal run last week, and after we God, what was the order we did it in? I guess did we do Four Horsemen last? I can't remember. But once we got to Sarth, Saf, once we got to Saf, like I clinched up. Like I was like, oh my god, please do not die, please do not die. Like I didn't want to be the one to die. I didn't want to see anyone die. And then we get to KT, and I was like, oh my god, like I literally like was half focused on DPS and half focused on like watching everybody else for like the void zones. And like I was cycloning anybody that looked like they might be in control. I'm like, no, no, no. And then same thing happened. The DK pops his anti-magic shield, and I'm like, oh my god, oh
Ooh,
my god, oh my god, oh my god. But like the whole like last couple bosses, I was just like clinched because I was like, I wanted immortal so bad. It was like our third attempt at it, and I was like, come on, just don't die. That's
yeah,
it. That's all you have to do is not die. Oh God,
yeah.
God.
I didn't even stress out on the GDKP run where we got it on Saturday. I'm always
Yeah.
like I'm always that one that's like trying not to like talk about it or anything. And then I think we got to like staff and the raid lead was like he said something. He's like, I'm not trying to jinx it or anything, but focus up, we could get immortal. Just
I would see. I
play
wouldn't say
clean.
anything. I feel like the best way to get immortal is either to just constantly remind people, immortal, immortal, guys, focus, immortal, or not saying anything the whole time and just everybody chill.
Yeah.
Just it's done. And I think there's no
There's
focus,
oh,
guys, and then you
no.
focus, guys, and then you forget. And like the third, are you messing with me? I
No.
can't tell if you're
No.
messing with me.
Like usually when you cut out, like when you've been cutting out, it's been for like 10 seconds, and this time it was like cut out for a second, back in for three, cut out for a second, back in for three. You can use that.
Anyway,
You can use that timing for something else too. In for a second, out for three. In for a second, out for three.
that's not how I do it. What are you
No.
talking about?
Okay.
No, I do that fight completely different.
Okay. The BDSM fight. Yeah.
What is BDSM? I don't want to look it up because I feel like it's sexual, clearly. BDS.
Uh,
Anyway,
have you seen what's that? Gray. 50 Shades of Gray.
never seen it, but I know what it's about. Oh, is that what that is? Okay, okay. Yeah. I know what it is because I think that one girl's hot.
Oh yeah.
Dakota?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on. BDSM stands for demonetize.
Oh, you're catching up.
Legs.
Hmm? What? Huh?
What was I gonna say? I actually had something to say, but the BESM. I should stop saying it though. Um, DVM.
DPM.
Man, what were we talking about? I don't know. I'm really excited for Ulduar. I'm really upset that I'm like. I think the most I've been upset in a long time was the incident with me not getting to do the PTR at all. And I didn't say the incident, like just the fact that I couldn't. Like the fact that it came out at like the worst time for me. Like I was like, maybe I can get it this day for an hour. Every time I logged in, Nobody was running anything. The servers were constantly going down. Like the first day,
Yeah,
you got kicked off because
it was rough.
every time someone downed XT, the world servers would crash.
Yeah.
I think they said it was a range out of range error on the server that would bring it down. Pretty interesting. But yeah. Anyway.
I think it's going to be hard for me because a lot of my videos are like, how to get 99 parses as Moonkin. Like I haven't really thought of how I'm going to do it, but like the hard modes, I might just end up having like guests on, like try to have guests on, like even if it's not like on the show, like just like a one-on-one. I've done that for stuff in the past, but it might be stuff like that more than like just me, in my opinion. I might be trying to bring people on that are 99 parsing these hard modes because it might take our guild a little bit longer than what I would like to get the videos out, you know?
I have a question.
Yeah.
And this is very related. What do you think is more important? 99 parses or hard mode clears? Like
Uh,
let's say you're bragging
oh.
the Ulduar regulars.
Wait,
And I'm like, bitch, I have all
let's say I'm
okay.
bragging, you said.
Bragging and you have 99s on everything. Like regular. But I've downed hard mode. Who's the better player?
Uh, the 99er.
You think so? Even though you're not doing hard mode?
I mean,
Like I'm hard mode. Forget the 99. I can I got the loot.
yeah,
What do you got? Oh, a bunch of regulars? Get out of here.
you
Get out of
downed
here.
it, but it's like who's the better player, the one that 99's 10 man or the one that gets a 50 and 25 man?
Well, here's why I think you're wrong.
Here's why you're wrong. That's
Okay.
to be a segment of the show.
The only way you can get is to completely ignore a bunch of mechanics. Like you're just like, I need to get a 99. I don't care about pressing or clicking a thing or doing or running over and helping. I'm gonna pump this boss 99. Whereas the guy who's getting the hard modes is like, yeah, I stopped DPSing to do the mechanics of hard mode and lost. The value of a 99 in Ulduar gets diminished because you're just not.
Ooh. So the value of hard mode gets diminished, and then you cut out.
Yeah, it gets. I think it'll be diminished. That was all there was.
Okay. Okay.
At least early days. Once everyone's got hard mode down, or more people do, I think 99s will become more prevalent. But only 99 hard modes, because who cares about 99 regular when a hard mode exists?
Yeah.
That's like saying like, oh, I parse on heroics. Get the fuck out of here. Guy who logs his heroics. You know who you are. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh man. Yeah, like at least there aren't
exactly.
Like there's some fights that aren't hard mode at all. It's just the fight.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
No, I think there's the opportunity. Like 99s are still going to be a thing. Like I'm just saying that. Like if you're bragging about, I'm trying to think, Hodier. You're like, Hodier 99. And you're like, oh, on hard mode. And you're like, no. And you're like, shut up. Go do hard mode. Let me see what your parse is. Then we'll talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think it's I think this is one raid where the 99 will have less value, especially early on, because the fights aren't always about who's the hardest pumper. It's who is a good pumper that can also do mechanics.
What's always weird for me is like, no matter what part of the phase you're in, there's always going to be somebody that's like, dude, parses don't matter right now. So it's like the start of the phase. It's like, dude, like you're only parsing 100%. Because you're in a good guild that is able to kill the boss like quicker. Yeah. And then like in the middle, it's like, well, dude, the only people that are parsing right now are the people that are full abyss. And then at the end, it's like, dude, like their parse doesn't matter because the people that have full abyss stopped playing. So
I know you're right.
It's 100%. You're only going against alts now. Like, so your parse doesn't matter. So like, no matter what, you're fucked. Like your parse just never matters at all during any phase, any part of the phase.
Honestly, honestly, that's a funny and possibly poignant point. But at the same time, you're right. If there's no time to parse, if there's no good time to compare parses, then what's the point? Like, what's the point of the game?
So that's
Like,
why.
there's always an anecdotal excuse. Like, listen, the people that are like, especially right now, the people that are like, oh, and it's true. Like right now, like we talked about, a lot of people are going for achievements. So parsing is low prio. Does that mean everyone stops parsing? No, but some people have.
Yeah,
So the parses still matter. The pool might be slightly smaller, but it didn't disappear. Like I still pump on certain fights. Like I still want my parses, but
the good
I think
guilds
that's
are
funny.
speed
I
clearing
think it's
right
funny
now.
that someone you can really do that. Like
Yeah.
if you ever want to diminish the value of someone's parse, you could always be like, yeah, but it's early, like whatever. And yeah, wait until I get gear. Okay, I'll be right there once I get gear. Yeah, but there's an eye level gear. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. So like, so instead of having any of those takes where it doesn't matter here, it doesn't matter here, it doesn't matter here,
Yeah.
I'm on the complete opposite. It matters at the start of the phase, it matters in the middle of the phase, and it matters at the end of the phase. That's just
I
me.
I I think parsing matters. I think hard mode completions have more value early on.
I'd have to think about it to give like
Take your time.
an in depth take
Because
on it.
maybe there is like a yeah, you say that, but and maybe I just don't. But I thought about it the other day. Like someone was like, oh, like how are you getting a 99s on this boss? And I'm like, I mean, first week, my priority is not dying. Like that's like legit. My focus is like, I want to not be responsible for wiping the raid. Like that's it. Like, yes, I'll try to parse on bosses where I can parse, but I'm not going to sacrifice like doing the mechanics to one more. Ugh! Just so like I do see the please don't take that out of context. I could see how that
one more. Clip it.
yeah. um but yeah, I could see how I think later, like not even like not week 1, but maybe like week 3, parses become a thing again. Like I just and I'm in the boat of like week 1 parses are like meh because again, unless you're in a guild that is going to Ulduar and like in the PTR and learning the fights there, it's really not a fair comparison to everyone else who's like, okay, raid leader, tell us what to do, which is like 95% of everybody else. Like just like I don't know, what am I supposed to do? And then they're like you scrape by with the death, and you're like yeah, and you're like parse 41. All right,
You know what's gonna happen for boomies?
no,
Like 3 4 weeks in, there's gonna be some boomies with Valnir running around, and it's gonna be like, oh, dude, you only got your 99 because you got Valnir, or you can't get a 99 because
dude.
all these other boomies have Valnir, and that's the only way to get 99.
I mean we see it in the feral, like everyone's like if you don't have Journey's End you can't parse. It's not true. At least it wasn't true. I mean it might be true now because if you don't have Journey's End now, you probably don't have any gear. But um in the first couple weeks I did see people without Journey's End still up in the top parses. Like maybe they weren't the 100 or the 1 or whatever you want to call rank 1. But they were 99s. Like they exist. Like play your class a little harder. That sounds bad. I meant like they might have to play a little harder to get it, but it's still doable. And I don't think there's any one piece of gear. God, now I have to like literally think through every piece of gear. I don't think there's a gear that is that big of a game changer. I think if you're completely out eye leveled, sure. Like if you're too main and I beat you in a parse, should I brag about that? No, because you're in blues, bro. It's stupid. But if we're both like up in the 210, 215, yeah, you got to start looking at each other's. Say you can't be like, oh, your gear's better than mine. At some point, it's skill. It's a skill thing. Like go parse this 99s every week, every week. That's not because his gear. That's not because his raid. He does that. He does that.
Oh
He
yeah,
does that.
Molnir.
Yeah,
This Feral only parsed to 99 because they got Molnir
that's a
week one.
that's a good one. Mjolnir. Yep.
Milner, yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's true because table you could probably say yeah Mjolnir is the weapon or is the weapon because it is a weapon.
Trinket.
Mjolnir is the trinket. I know, but it's Mjolnir.
I know
Um,
this.
Mjolnir is I mean because you could argue that the weapon Edge of Depravity or Dream whatever those are really big, but at the same time even if you don't have God I hate saying it even if you don't have Mjolnir you probably have other gear that still keeps you in the running to parse. Like, yeah, you don't have Mjolnir, but you have got Dark Edge of Depravity. You've got the Flux bracers, even though they're not Bis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So solar bracers, whatever. I don't know. I haven't memorized the names of every piece of gear yet. My bad. But yeah, so they start telling it to you. Go, just tell them to shut up. Just be like, shut up. Grif said you're stupid. But you have to get on board with hard mode is more important than 99.
Oh, like hard
Here's
mode.
oh my gosh. Here's gosh. Hold on. I have a question I don't know the answer to. Are they separating them in parses in the logs?
Oh, hard
They
mode
have
and
to,
normal.
right? Yeah.
I haven't looked. I know they have some rules posted for some stuff, but yeah, I don't
I
know.
just I know they do that with Sarth
They should.
because it's a clear way you can easily determine on Sarth you're in hard mode.
Mm.
But some of the bosses I guess they do. Okay, I take it back. If you're parsing, no, I don't take it back, but I change it. If you're parsing in hard mode, it's worth bragging about. If you're parsing in regular mode, shut up. How about that? How about that? How about that?
uh, hmm.
Because you're parsing only with people that are also completing hard mode, which means they're also able to do the
Eventually,
mechanics.
yeah. There might be
Yeah,
like a cutoff for like weeks. I think.
yeah,
I don't know. That's a tough one. Yeah. Eventually, though, yes, hard mode will be the only one that counts. Like
right. It'll be Sarth
for
3D. It'll be
bragging
like,
rights.
oh, what's your Sarth? Oh, we only do
Yeah,
Sarth 0.
we zero draked and we did it in 50 seconds. It had like
No big deal.
10k DPS week 3.
99 parts. 99.
Yeah.
I just, man, I don't know. It's so hard because like you want to encourage people to parse, but you know the troll world exists. So like it's hard to like, yeah, get a 99. And then you got the people that like, they're only for people that don't care about the rest of their guild, and they just, well, no, I mean, no, but sometimes because there are people that will like stay in longer than they should for a fight to try to get one more hit because they're like, I'm top DPS right now. And like, actually, Crix was saying something where he says we do dotting as a warlock. I don't know how to play a warlock, but he said you dot up a bunch of targets not to, um, to what is the phrase for it when you try to boost your numbers?
Oh, pad.
Well, yeah, not to pad your numbers, but because the mechanics of your warlock is it triggers, it generates more. And I
More.
think I think that's interesting because some people do pad. You know what I mean? And so like, is
Yeah.
that okay? Is padding bad?
So we had our Resuvius this week. Me and the other Boomy. Well, we had 3 Boomies this week. We've been having 3 Boomies a lot of weeks. But so like for not Resu, did I say Resuvius? Fairlina. For Fairlina, you have the boss.
That's a good pad one.
You
Yeah.
have 6 ads, and our raid lead always encourages us to like get the ads down as fast as possible, do as much AoE as you can as fast as possible. And at the end of the fight this week, me and the other Boomy both had like 11 point something K DPS. And I think I was ahead by like a couple hundred damage, like DPS. But we were both like top 11k plus. And I was like, I know as soon as I look at the log, I'm going to be down to like 6k DPS because 4 of those ads don't count. And all that damage from Starfall is just going to get like negated for the most part. and I didn't realize that the other Boomy was hurricaning. So they also like on details. We were neck and neck on details. When we go to the logs, I had like 2k extra DPS than they did because I didn't hurricane. I single targeted and I had some splash damage from Starfall. And it was just like, dude, like what the hell? Like that's crazy. Like, but I mean the padding counts. Just depends on how you look at it. Yeah.
But here's that's my question though. What you guys did, both Boomies did, makes 100%. You have to kill those ads, but when you're only focused on parsing, you're not supposed to. So like, is padding bad? I mean, it doesn't count towards the parse. You might as well encourage people to do it. Yeah, pad it. Pad your DPS. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where's there a time where like padding is bad? Like, oh man, you're padding.
Oh.
Uh, who
uh,
cares? Let them have it.
Gothic. You should let 2 or 3 AoEers get their 99 parse that doesn't matter and let them pad. If you're stealing DPS from people on Gothic that are trying to parse for no reason, then you're the problem. No.
I disagree wholeheartedly. But that's what I mean though. Like people are like, "Oh, yeah, you're just padding." It's like I'm a DPS. I'm supposed to do damage. What does it matter?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Like I get why, because like the whole concept of padding is only exists because logs exist. Like if logs didn't exist, padding is the play
Oh yeah.
because you gotta kill stuff. You might as well be like do you pop Starfall on cooldown on trash?
Yeah, yeah. Dude,
You
I
trying
pad.
to pad your numbers. Pad.
I'm
Oh, you mean kill the mobs I'm supposed to be killing?
I'm full on overall, dude. Like, yeah, I pad trash. But like
Oh my god.
one example is like Mexna. All the little spiderlings, the first 2 or 3 weeks, I was trying to time Typhoon to hit the little spiderlings to pad and like do extra damage. And then as soon as I found out they don't count, I yeah, there's no more Typhoons that get
Yeah.
sent out from this boomy. Like no way.
That's so funny. No, I'm not gonna waste it.
Yeah.
It's not. You might as well if you're only part worried about parses, you might as well just slash follow, a healer until you get to the next boss. Because hey, it doesn't matter. It only that matters is boss fights. I don't know. Like I know people are like, no, like you really gotta. I don't know. I just want the game to be fun again.
I want
Not that it's not fun.
I want the ads to count though. Like I understand why
I do.
they get rid
Yeah,
of some from the parsing because you can cheese it, but dude, like when the ads count, I love it.
it's part of the fight. It's
I love the
literally
pad, dude.
part of the fight. How are you padding it? Like, tell me, and Fairlina, what are you supposed to do? Like, what is the fight supposed to look like?
Yeah, I don't.
Like, I
Would
don't
it?
understand. You, how do you cheese Fairlina?
Oh, to like pad? Hold on. Yeah. You let one person do all the AOE damage to the spiderlings, so they get extra inflated DPS. That if you're not doing it that way, if you're another boomy that's not let to do any AOE damage, then their DPS is going to be lower. The other DPS is going to be higher.
Wait. So on Fairlina, you're pulling all the trash too?
Oh, on Fairlina?
Yeah, like on Fairlina, how do you cheese Fairlina? How do you pad Fairlina?
Oh, like it might be better to Hurricane as a boomy to like send Typhoon and Hurricane and like Starfall, Typhoon, Hurricane, and then like single target instead of just starfalling and treating it like a single target fight and hoping your
But
stars hit the ads that count.
okay, hold on. I'm gonna wait till I know you can hear me. Can you
Okay.
hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If Fairlina ads don't count, why? Like why don't they count? Like let's say they do count. What does that change?
Letting warlocks just seed until they all go down. So you're instead of like a 10-second window that the mobs are going to be up for, and it's only like 5% of the fight length. It could be the entire fight length for a warlock that just gets to spam seed because they're the only warlock that's seeding and doing damage like AoE damage. So that
So they're
warlocks,
doing it to prevent one person from AoEing and having an outrageous parse that no one else can compete with unless they're the only warlock doing the same thing.
that's my guess. I don't know. I
I
never
guess that
looked.
makes sense.
I never looked into why like they limited certain mobs on certain
I,
bosses. But
that actually makes a lot of sense. I still hate it. I still think who cares? Let them have their parse. Good job. They did damage. I'm happy. I don't know. I know I'm in the minority. Keeping this in mind, I'm a cat. I can't do nearly as much DPS as most people. I just think it's weird because I see I see people trying to get like we have our rogue is a really good rogue. I think he's number one on our server. And he does an absolute ton of trash DPS. I mean, he does really good on boss fights too, and he goes for the overall damage. I don't think a lot of other people do. And so because of that, he's always number one. I mean, he's a rogue. There should be. But if everyone else wasn't discouraged from using like all their buttons, maybe we'd have faster trash kills. I don't know. I don't know. No, go. I'm just angry about it. I don't like how much power Warcraft Logs has over me.
oh yeah, yeah.
I gotta get frag belt. 4437. Sorry, I just looked at my gear score again.
That's huge.
Just wanted to remind you that that's my gear score.
Thanks.
4437.
Thanks.
Problem,
Ooh,
man.
what changed? Sorry.
I got a haircut.
No,
Can't
I
see
looked
him right now.
earlier and I was second overall for the raid last night, and now I looked again and I'm on top of
Ooh, humble
overall.
brag.
Yeah, dude, like, cause this is what I've been up to, dude. The overall.
Well, they don't update them till like or right away.
But I mean, like
So like
the logs this morning showed I was second, and now I'm looking at the same logs and I'm on top. I don't know what
yeah,
happened.
you probably had a part that was still being processed, and then when they
Ah,
added it, it bumped you up. It happens all the time.
okay.
So like you can I think our raid leader requests when we get a log to have them parse it first, just so because like we our guild fights for fastest on our server. I think we currently have it. But like we're really like refresh because we like it's like our big bragging. It's like we're number one speed. You know, oh my god, what is it? Classic.warcraft logs?
Yeah. Dot
Okay,
com.
I don't have it saved on this computer, so I'm like, I don't know what the. Okay, let me see. Westfall. Westfall.
Oops.
So on speed, we got beat this week by a guild called Obsidian. I've never heard of. They beat
Ooh.
us by almost 2 minutes. Oh, that feels bad.
Dang. 2 minutes, dude. You guys got to tighten up. Uh-oh.
Yep,
You're.
yep, yep.
Oh, there you are.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey. So this is episode 7 of the.
Welcome to the Grif and Go podcast, where Grif has no internet connection and Go doesn't like to tell him about it and see how much of an ass he can make of himself.
See how many times he can repeat the same thing.
What?
Huh? What an idiot. He really thought he froze again. He only froze once at the top of the show and he's been fine the whole time.
Wouldn't that be funny? Like the whole time you just been messing with me.
You go and
I
like
actually have
watch it
I
back and
have
you're like, dude, what?
I have a voice modulator on my computer that I can press it and it will break up my mic to sound like I have a bad connection.
Yeah. Oh, you're using it now? Is this an example? Example number 1?
Scott like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I, I've, I've been in isolation for so long. I moved to a cabin in the middle of the woods.
Groundhog Day. Oh yeah, Table. I stole your suggestion for the title of the stream today. Book of Grif Mastery. So thanks, thanks, Table.
Work your name into Groundhog Day, but no matter what I do, it's a stretch. Griffhog Day.
Go hog, go hog.
Go Hog Day. Go. How about just Ground Go Day? Because
Gro-
it's the three letters anyway. Hog and go.
groundhog go.
Groundhog Day. Druid. Man, I actually love that movie. I might rewatch it. It's one of
Hmm.
my favorite movies, I think.
It's been a while.
I haven't seen that movie in a solid 10 years. I'm
Dang.
pretty sure if you asked me something about it, I could tell you. Maybe. Some the polka song.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
get
don't know.
a DMCA strike from
I doubt it.
the
So
song.
actually, I remember a long time ago I looked up the history of that song, and I think it's actually specific to a Pennsylvania polka for Groundhog's Day or something like that. It's very specific. I think we're gonna be okay. If anybody has any questions about Groundhog's Day, I'm willing to answer it. Buzzbox quest in Dark Shore that'll kill innocent beasts. Kill
Yeah,
innocent beast quest.
the kill innocent beast is part of Table's lore, his background story of his character Radagast.
You guys,
Dude, we
Radagast.
got into it deep the other night, dude. It
Oh,
was
he went Lord of the Rings, huh?
yeah, yeah. He's part of a Lord
Oh
of the
man.
Rings group. So, yeah. Radagast like
Oh,
he can't
I'm
do
a Lord of the
he can't do
got him
any
weird.
quests that require him to kill beasts.
Wait, beasts like all
No
beasts?
spiders,
Not
no boars, no unless they're infected, like they're diseased or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, I guess that's okay because Dark Shore. I'm thinking like that every starting zone is pretty much impossible then.
Go kill these spiders. There's a cave.
I
Go
guess
kill
if
spiders.
you did undead, so the undead starting zone, you still have to kill the bats, but you don't kill them until you're high enough level you can actually leave the area. But you could mostly kill the zombies and the humans, those two quest chains. So, man, human starting zone, you start off killing pigs. Man, that would be hard. That'd be
Yeah.
really hard
So
to do.
he's his whole thing is it's got some layers to it. Let's just put it that way.
And between the leatherworking and the not killing animals, you guys are a pair. Let me tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's great though, dude.
You know what my lore is gonna be? I kill things and I wear whatever I can. I'm gonna be called realist.
You get to 60 with no problem.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Still trying to find that level 70 pattern that drops off this one rare mob in Wailing Caverns that I can't get.
Yeah.
What level are you? 38?
Dude,
Why are you doing low level quests at 38? Because I'm still wearing white clothing because I can't craft anything, buy anything, or use anything, and everything keeps almost killing me. That's you right there.
that's me. I couldn't tell. Couldn't tell.
You should let me know when you're streaming your next one because I really want to watch and criticize you.
I'll start after we're done here. I'll fire up Twitch. Get some tunes playing. I don't know what kind of
I can't
music.
tonight. My internet's limited. I'm
Hmm.
surprised I'm still connected. I
Yeah.
mean, barely. Barely.
Well, actually, I'm going out of town Monday. So
Oh yeah, where you headed? Oh, sorry, we're on
West
stream. I probably would ask that.
West Virginia. I could say the state. West
Oh,
Virginia.
hey, I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. Oh, cool, man. West Virginia is right next to me.
Yeah, I know. Because
Yeah,
we got to talk
4 hours
about
away.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe getting together while I'm up there. I've got a
Uh,
proposal.
oh yeah.
I don't
I
know
have
how
too much
busy
to
you're
do.
going to be.
I've got to finish the insulation before that storm hits. So I'm literally driving down there tomorrow morning to get everything.
It would be
Um,
oh, actually it would be Oh, that'd be so cool. We could talk about it once we're done, if I remember.
Okay.
I'll probably forget.
All right. A ton spelled with an NNE. No. Ton is spelled TON.
Yeah, that's the Swedish way of spelling ton.
The European way.
You didn't know?
A ton. Do you know that a ton and a ton weigh different? They're not the same amount of weight.
A ton and a ton.
Spelled
Uh,
differently.
ah.
Yeah. I think that's right. A ton and a ton. Let me check.
How much does a ton weigh with Grif and Go?
Okay, ready?
He is.
Okay, in American English, a ton, TON, is a unit. Okay, this is what it is. So okay, let me get this right. Okay, a ton is a unit of measurement equaling 2,000 pounds. However, a ton, also known as a metric ton, is a unit of mass equaling 1,000 kilograms, which I believe is equal to 2,000.
Oh no, 2,000 something pounds. You started cutting out 2,000
Oh
what?
my God. Okay, so a ton in the U.S.
U.S. ton.
weighs 2,000 pounds.
2,000.
A
Yes.
ton, TONNE,
Mm-hmm.
weighs 2,240 pounds.
So another reason why Europeans are wrong. That's what you're telling me. Pounds is correct. Grams is incorrect. Inches are better. Um, meters are wrong. Miles are correct. Uh, kilometers are wrong.
I can't believe nobody's impressed that I just had knowledge in my head.
Oh yeah, dude, that was insane. How you just like went into your mind library and like pulled that out from the shelf.
I was like, ton, doesn't that way different? You shouldn't spell it wrong because you're meaning something different. That's such a, it's like one of those like YouTube shorts where like, it's like, did you know this about this? A metric ton is actually weighing 2,240. Stay tuned for my next video where we talk about the difference between frisbees and frisbos. Like and subscribe. I would watch that. You ever like what's the not like the weirdest weird, but like you ever like been sucked into something and you're like, why am I watching this?
Yeah. Yeah.
I watch craftsmen a lot making things that I'm just like, why am I watching this?
I like watching the craftsman stuff to look at the comments to see people like, dude, that's so wrong. You used the wrong bolt for that. It technically should have been a hex head bolt instead of a Phillips head bolt. Like, what are you doing?
I I watched a guy talk about different types of resin to use when making a resin top table for solid 20 minutes. And I was like, I am never going to make a resin top table. I don't even like I have no but yet I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense." Oh, but you want to use the 110 grit there. Okay. Like what am I doing?
Oh yeah, this one's easier to polish and it's clearer,
Yeah.
so it's more see through, so you can really get like the vibes of the wood that you're looking
Yeah.
through the resin to. Yeah.
I watched a video today. This girl said, "I have a nook." Or here's a story about a nook in my house. And I watched her remodel it, and I was like, "What am I watching this for? I do not care." And I watched the whole thing, and she's like, "Check out my other ones," and I did because I was like, "What else has she done?" She redid a bathroom in her friend's house. Ah, it looked so amazing.
There's this video of this hiker, and she always starts off, "This is my show, gosh darn," and she's just
So
like
gosh darn.
stumbling through these trails, and it's like, why am I watching this? No.
Hey guys, oh my god, you want to know? Okay, okay, I have a confession for you. Um, she did a hammocking video
Uh-huh.
and she hammocked wrong, and I can't express to you how frustrated I was. And I made it to the end, and I
Okay.
opened the comments, and I left what I was trying to say was the nicest comment, but I was just like, I can't,
Was
I
it a
can't.
comment like your raid where you're like, if you didn't move, you're wrong, you're bad? Like, was it one of those type of comments? Like,
No, I think I said I really like that you're experiencing different forms of backpacking. That when you laid in the hammock, you didn't lay at an angle, which is recommended in every single hammocking video ever made because it's bad for your back to lay straight down the middle
yeah.
where you get corrected on this or something. It was as nice as possible, and I was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, I was uncomfortable all night." I'm like, "You're not even using the thing right.
Duh.
You." I was all like, it's probably what people do when they watch my videos when I make gear, and they're like, "You're not even using Mjolnir. What? What?" But I was really nice in the comments, but like, yeah, but Miranda got me. She got me fired up. You guys don't know what we're talking about. Go and I both watch a YouTube channel called is it Miranda in the
Yeah.
Wild?
Yeah, that's her show, gosh
And
darn.
when we first started chatting on Discord and stuff, we both made the joke about this is my show, gosh darn, because that's like not her catchphrase, it's like the opening credits, she says that. So we always say it to each other.
Yeah.
Warhammer painting. Yeah, like that's another thing. Like I will never paint Warhammer. I will never do it. 100% go. I will never do it. But I'll watch someone do it for hours. I'm like, oh, look how detailed that. Oh, that's cool. I watched a guy explain why this one's more valuable, and I was like, oh, okay. I don't even know how game, or if it is a game, or how it works. I might wait until Henry Cavill makes a movie about it, and I'll learn. That's it.
Dude, table hurt me right there with the one like a couple comments up. My version of those videos is watching Boomkin AoE grinding spots. I saw he watched the one I put up last night and commented on it, and he was like, "Yeah, rhino meat is gonna go up in value because of the food buffs in Phase 2. So AoE grinding the rhinos is a good thing to also maybe turn into a gold farm in Phase 2." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay."
I did in the other half of that video where I was like, check out, you can buy rhino meat and then pretend to be a hot dog vendor in dollar. I was so excited about that video and I got so much garbage talk. I was like, it was so fun. I had such a good time giving away hot dogs or selling hot dogs. And I made a video about how you can make gold off of it. And I did say at the beginning, it's really easy to farm. So if you really want to make gold off it, just go farm it because nobody likes to. And what I should have said was, here's how you farm it. But I was having too much fun selling it at Dollar Rand. Oh, it was so fun. I like that video. It was like one of my favorite videos to make. I had a really good time. Isn't that weird? Like, people don't like the videos that I like. I have. It's so stupid. Anyway, do you wanna do our weight competition? Tell everyone you beat me and tell everyone how much gold. You could just like
Yeah.
slash
Uh,
roll
I
on something. I have a wheel. I can spin it and just tell you what the amounts are.
what was the website?
Oh, I don't know. Stream Elements.
Dream Elements. Wheel. I've got the wheel. I can maybe pull it up here. Log in with YouTube, I guess. I don't know.
Probably.
It's been what, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks since I've logged into this thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
probably.
and then I could maybe pull it up. Spin wheel? No, I need to launch it first. You sure you want to launch the widget? Launch. Yes. Okay. But it's gonna be. I don't know how to do it and not show the URL.
Just spin it.
I
Wait,
can.
do you want to put it? You want to put it on here? Like all you have to do is drop it in a
I made it
make a
smaller.
new thing.
It's okay.
Okay.
We can do it like this. I'm just gonna have
I hate this shirt.
stuff in the background. I can edit it out though. I'm a an OBS noob. Okay, monitor capture. That's the wrong monitor.
No, don't do a monitor capture. Just do a browser.
Well,
Just do trust me. Just create
I
a new one, call it browser,
I do have
and then all you just
a
drop,
browser one, yeah. But
yeah, and then just drop the URL in, and you're done.
where's it? It should have a browser on it right now. Is the thing.
No, no, not a browser.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
it
you
should.
don't
It
like you
should
want to.
be. I have browsers, so it should be showing a browser right now. This one, did it show that? It
It
showed
might
that.
it might just not be visible.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be showing that. Is there anything on there that's like bad?
I don't think you're showing anything. Am I not live? I'm not live. Hold
Oh,
on.
it's it's showing, but it's like blurred out. But yeah, like that one. I don't. Mm. Let me hide this one, and then I can just make a new one. I can add in another browser. Get there. Oh, I have to do the copy. Okay. You just added a new browser source. URL. I don't know what this did. Hey.
Does it work?
Yeah, it's in there. And it's big. In there like swimwear. I did it.
See it?
It didn't take that long.
Okay. Yeah, it's really easy.
Thanks, man. All right, now let me
Oh, it went.
actually. Huh?
Sorry, go ahead.
Let me give it a spin here. All right, so we've been doing this weight challenge for a month now, right? Would this be week
Yeah,
4?
4 weeks. Yeah, and you've beaten me every week.
Yeah, this week I thought for sure I didn't, but somehow I squeezed it out. So the few rules that we have here is whoever loses less like percentage of their weight in the previous week, but we did 2 weeks, I guess, this week, has to spin this wheel 3 times, and whatever the amount lands on, they have to give that amount of gold to a random player. Did you want to just tally all 3 up and give it to one player, or
No, I'm gonna give away 3.
3
I'm gonna
different ones?
I'll record it and upload it for you, just for you.
Okay. Yeah, let me give the first spin of the wheel.
Oh man, I wonder what the delay is on this thing.
Ooh, it's got a little clicky click too.
Yeah, you can slow it down and speed it up too. There's all kinds of adjustments you can make.
Oh,
Don't tell
wait.
me, don't tell me, don't tell me.
Dude, it's different on my little one than it is on the one that's on the screen. Like OBS has a different result than the little tiny like one that I pulled out.
Oh, they probably are different random numbers.
I guess I can
All right,
just
I'm
get rid
seeing
of
it
that
spin right
one.
now. 25 gold. Boom.
25 gold. There we go. Spin number 1. All right. So usually at this part in the show, Grif would have to go up to a player and hand out 25 gold.
But Griff doesn't have good enough internet to both video stream and play a video game at the same time.
All right. Spin number 2. We're looking for that little tiny red sliver. I know it's kind of hard to see, but that's the 500 sliver. And I don't have the 1,000 one. I know you had said
I do.
we should put the 1,000 in there. I don't have it. I didn't change it.
Got it.
I'm lazy. All right, spin number 2. Here we go.
Oh, I just realized the 25 gold was right between the 250 gold.
Yeah, I just
Dodged a bullet there.
kind of threw these numbers around there when I made it.
So I set mine up so it spins really slow towards the end, so you get that like anticipatory like
Oh, it's like the Wheel of Fortune.
yeah, because that's what the feel I wanted. I wanted to be like 50. Okay. So
50,
25 and 50.
25. This is,
All right.
you're getting
Roll
lucky.
roll like 100, man. I've got so
I
much
know.
gold.
I need like an
chilling out.
orange. What's the other color? Purple?
Purple,
Purple,
orange, purple, and
orange,
red.
or red? That's a good
Yeah.
chunk. That's at least 25% of the wheel. And this
Yeah,
is spin.
yet I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, this
of
is
it.
spin number 9 total.
I
Come
think the
on.
highest I've ever seen is like 100.
Ooh, baby.
I haven't seen it yet. Hold on. If it's like 25,
Break the bank.
it's not 500. I know you're messing with me.
You better get to that AoE grinding farming video that I put out and
Let's see it. I'm still waiting for it to spin. You gotta wait.
switch over to a boomy spec.
And all right, it's not red. Oh, okay, 100. Oh no, 100. Okay, so what was
100.
it? 25, 50, and 100.
Yeah.
That's not bad. It's about what I spend on consumes every 3 weeks. Jeez, even consumes are pretty cheap. I gotta stock up on haste potions. Oh man, I am stiff. My back is stiff, to be clear.
Oh.
I like that on the side screen, you still gave yourself a little boomy, but you didn't give me a little bear. Oh, he's on the top.
What?
Never mind. I take it back. He's at the top.
I was about to switch it back. Like, what are you talking about?
I thought you were gonna put it up on the top. That's what I thought.
I got you.
Hey, come here.
I had to switch it from the boomy because I had Lascares on, and I switched the bear to boomy. I had to switch it back.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
So much
Like
work.
with the names and stuff.
Yeah.
So much work.
So much work.
Hey, pup. You want to see what this is? Come up here. It's my puppy.
Oh.
Right, go ahead. He's a good boy. He loves it out here, man. Like he likes to go outside and just sit there. Like that's like it's like 30 degrees out, and he's just like, yeah, I'm good, man. And I'm like, all right, but we'll go for like walks and stuff. And he'll run uphill. So I've got a quad. I'll go to the bottom of the hill and race him to the top, and he can beat me like every other time. He's fast, bro.
Yeah, Grif's
Right.
internet. Yeah, we've talked about a little bit of Ulduar stuff, kind of like just about the podcast that Sarth, Crix, and Jordy did with the devs and with Willie, and we talked about like what we've done in WoW the last week. We've talked about Miranda in the Wild. We've
Immortal. We both got Immortal this week. One of
Yeah.
us on a main, the other one not on a main.
Yeah, one on an alt and one on a main.
One of us got Glory of the Raider 25, the one with bad internet.
Who we talked about some hardcore stuff. So
Oh yeah,
then we just did the weight wheel, the spinning of the weight wheel.
is that what we're calling it?
Oh.
I like the Wheel of Doom better.
It hasn't been much Doom though. Like,
I mean, it's you would know. You're on the other end of it every time. I'm paying out the ass.
175 gold.
So, or just today, I think I've given up over 1,000 gold. Remember that one guy, and he said, "Keep it and double it."
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. Like,
No!
pass it. I passed, dude. Just double it to the next guy.
Maybe I'll do that. I'm gonna see how high would you go if because you ever seen those? I don't know if you know. There's like YouTube videos of guys doing that. So you go up to someone and you say, "Hey, here's 50 gold. Do you want to keep it, or you can double it and I'll give it to someone else?" And they can choose. And what do you think they would get up to where they're like, "Yeah, I'll keep it." Like, what's the gold number that you'd be like, if someone said 5,000 gold, would you keep it or double it?
If I could like give 10k to somebody else.
Not anybody you not like you give it.
Well,
to me.
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
give
yeah.
it to them, and
Yeah.
they might keep it or double it.
5k, I might keep it still.
Okay, what about 2K? 2K, keep it or double it.
Double it. You can give it to somebody else.
Okay, so then 4K, keep it or double it.
Yeah, maybe like 3 would be like the cutoff. I think I would accept 3 maybe, but anything, or I wouldn't accept 3, but anything past 3.
So 3,500,
Yeah.
keep it or double it.
I'm keeping it, dude. Give it. That was almost the payout from the GDKP I did. So yeah, like give it.
You make your money back.
Send it. Let me have it.
5K. Yeah, I think 5K is right around like where most people would. And I don't mind giving away 5K. I don't know if I've got 5K on my main, but I think that'll be a fun game to play. We might play that once the weight challenge thing's over. We'll play keep it or double it, but we'll put a cap on it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So we're not broke. But there has to be a punishment for something between the two of us. Keep it or double it.
Because
The
that
Griffin Go podcast.
that doubles up so fast. Because it's like somebody says double up the 5k, and it's like, all right, now it's 10k. They pass it,
Yeah.
now it's 20k. It's like, wait a second.
It's exponential. It goes up fast.
It should be like
Oh.
we should do iterations of 1,000. You start with 1,000. Do you want to keep it or double it, or keep it
Yeah,
or
but
add
you,
1,000?
that,
Keep it or
see
add a
that's the thing.
thousand.
Like keep it or double it is the phrase. Like that's the
Yeah,
thing. Like you can start out with 1 gold. 1 gold, keep it or double it. 2 gold, 4 gold. Like you could go for a while. 8 gold, 16 gold. It's gonna be a weird number. It's not gonna be like 5K.
yeah,
16, 32, 64, 128. So like you're gonna be up at like I mean just do like 5, 12. I'm trying to do like based on computer numbers because they're all memory's all built on the same scale. Um yeah, 10, 24, 1024. Then you're at 2048, 4009. I think someone would say, take it at 4096.
yeah, yeah.
And some change is too much.
So what else you got, man?
I got nothing. I
Nothing.
got nothing today. I mean,
Nothing.
I didn't have. I had to have no videos. I had no polls. I had nothing new going on because I've been moving, moving. I know you can relate. Did you tell everyone you moved?
Kind of. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, did you tell like your community, like, hey guys, I've got a new
No.
place.
Uh,
The wall behind me is different. This
I
is my new
know.
green screen. I
I
chose the most boring one I could find.
I tried to like use the my pinky is like red. This pinky has been bruised for like a month and I don't know why. Like it looks kind of like red on my monitor, but dude, like
It looks like you rug burned it.
it looks
Yeah, I get it.
worse on there than
It's
it
rug burn.
does. No, it's a bruise. It's actually like purple and stuff. Like
Oh, really? It looks like you just lost a layer of skin.
oh, can't even like bend it up. Yeah, it's
So tough.
it's
So
bad.
tough.
But yeah, like I was trying to use chroma key. Is that what it's called? To like make your
Oh,
background into like a green screen thing.
yeah. Chroma key. Yeah.
Chroma key. I was trying to use that. Like Table was trying to help me, and it like it. Yeah, I can't use like this color and
Why not?
take it out because then
Oh, 'cause
it's kind of like white and white. He was saying like is in everything, so it just kind of like starts to blur
you
everything
can
out.
you can set it to that color and then just set the closeness of that. I forget what it's called.
I tried.
Really low. So as long oh, did you? Okay,
Yeah,
because it's all the thing is it's all one consistent color, so it seems like something to be really easy to like crop you out of.
that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to. This might not be the setup where it stays. I might end up being in a room like another room instead of the living room. So I haven't like tried to get things behind me or nothing like that yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Just add some like you gotta put your little boomy somewhere.
Yeah, my little baby boom boom.
Little baby boom boom. That's what we call it. My laptop is on a if you can't tell, it's on a roller table. And I just been moving around because I don't have a desk. That desk is such a joke. Like I'm looking at it and I'm just like, why would anyone use this as a desk? And here I am using it as a desk. I think that's my next purchase. Is no, no, it's not a priority. It's gonna be fine. Sorry.
The internal monologue there.
I because like I really just want to like buy everything. Like oh I do this, but like the problem with that is I don't know where everything's gonna go yet, and then because it's such a small space, I can't just like buy something. I have to like know like okay I have 6 feet or 4 feet or 3 feet, and then I got to go from there. So if I buy a desk, it won't work for whatever I'm gonna end up doing, and I'm gonna have to buy another one. I'm just gonna be mad at myself. So no, I'm not. But no, I have nothing else. Do you have anything else?
um, no. Just the whole. I mean, like, if I'm ready for like sending it out, doing the whole outro. Like, yeah,
Oh, cool. So you're gonna be doing Twitch right after this anyway, right?
yeah. Maybe like 5 minutes after, I'll
Throw
start
your
up
throw your
the
Twitch in the
Twitch.
channel.
Well, I mean, it's displayed on the screen right there. It's right at Classic
Oh, hold on,
Go,
is it?
right?
Hold on.
I
No,
don't.
no, but like,
Yeah,
dump the
yeah,
link.
yeah,
Dump the
yeah. I'll
link.
dump the link. Yeah, yeah.
So people can just like click it and be like, "Oh, cool! I'm following you. I can check you out." So if you guys don't know, if you guys weren't here, Go does hardcore on Twitch, hardcore Wrath Classic.
Thank you for explaining and going into more detail there.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you can do hardcore on Twitch apparently, depending on what channel.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I guess I have to be clear. And he also has a hot tub he will be climbing in once you
Hmm.
tip him enough in money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
People do money, right? Yeah, it's money.
And I got a Sharpie, and I'll write your name on my arm, and yeah,
Is that a thing?
yeah.
People
Name
are weird.
name on body with $20 plus donation.
If that's really a thing, God,
I
I'm
think
staying up in the woods. I'm staying up here. This world's become too weird for me.
yeah. Yeah, so
Wrap it up. You want to say your outro?
yeah, I've got what's today? Wednesday. So I've got maybe some 10 mans tomorrow. Friday is a chill day, maybe with Blaze and Bob or something. Saturday is the GDKP. No, it's switched around because it's a holiday weekend. So the GDKP might be Friday this week. So alt GDKP Friday. Saturday is what think or Christmas Eve. Probably not
Hmm.
streaming Saturday. Sunday is Christmas Day, probably not streaming then. And then I'll be out of town Monday through uh I don't even know when it is. I can't pull up the calendar. There it is. So Monday the 26th through I'll be getting back on the 31st. So I'll
That
still
means no podcast next
no,
week,
yeah, I'll have a laptop. I'll bring my whole desktop setup with me too, dude. Like
dude.
I'm podcast
You could
next
take a
week.
week off.
No.
I could probably get someone if you want to take the week off.
No
No
weeks
big deal. I
off.
mean, I need someone to carry the internet, so don't go anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
But yeah.
Next week, yeah, I'm still good to go on the 28th, as long as you're
All
good
right,
to
cool,
go.
man. Yeah, yeah. I'll be hopefully better than this.
All right,
All right.
cool.
All right,
Uh,
guys. Thanks for stopping by. I'm hopping off and Go is hopping over. So thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you guys later. Take care.
what's your ending thing? Oh, and as
Uh,
always,
and as